Good evening everybody. I hope you're having a lovely Sunday so far. Let me swap on over to the main scene. There we go. Now we're in our upstairs studio still, so slightly different settings. If you didn't see this on Thursday nights, we have relocated the stream, so we've hopefully also upped the quality as well. So fingers crossed, should be alright there. Let me know if there are any issues. Good evening, Mushy, Andy, Magyar, Thondar, Gubsjerk, Right One Two, and Kirlothan. Good evening, one and all. Hope you're doing well. I hope you've had a lovely week so far. Am I cold? I'm not too bad actually. I've had a very busy day. I've spent a lot of time out in the garden today, so that was really good. Good evening, Doc Otter and Marsba. Hope you're having a lovely day so far. Wherever you may be, hopefully you're safely holed up with your families and managing to spend lots of time inside and lots of time in Azeroth, hopefully, and especially now that we've got the extra 100% XP bonus, which I'm looking forward to having a look at later. Maybe we can do some time walking dungeons or something like that later. That might be good fun. We'll have a look and see if the Wowhead blog goes live. So am I leveling yet? I will do, definitely. Put bags on the auction house is definitely a good idea. Kedri, good evening to you, and thank you very much for coming straight in with your subscription. That's very kind of you. Thank you for your support. That's super duper kind of you. Let's see a load of emotes for you. Welcome on board. I hope you're doing well. No changes made for you. Always avoid people and stay inside. Exactly. I think that goes for most of us, definitely. Rasheen, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. And put bags on auction house. Right, okay, I'm going to do that first. Let me just check. I'm not sure. I've upscaled my user interface now, so it should be a bit better now, hopefully. And LFD, thank you very much for your sub as well. That's very kind of you. And Aura Warrior, thank you also for the follow. Wow, lots of people coming in tonight. Really, really welcome your company tonight, so thank you very much. And Lizelle, good evening to you. And did I miss one there? I miss Oreo. I know, it's a shame the setup here doesn't allow me to show Oreo off to his fullest. He is behind me, but I can't really show him without showing the rest of the room, and I don't really want to show sort of like my whole bedroom area. So maybe I'll lift him up and show him a bit later, or maybe if he's feeling brave, he might actually jump up on the desk and come and say hello. I know Cookie's done that before, so she's come up and said hello here, so maybe, hopefully, you never know. And number one dad, thank you very much for using your Prime. That's very kind of you, thank you very much indeed. And we started a hype train as well. Wow, that's a brilliant start to our Sunday. Thank you very much. What happened to the living room? It blew up. No, it didn't blow up. Basically, because I am now working from home, I've had to find a space where I can kind of keep myself isolated so I don't disturb the rest of the family. And so we moved upstairs. So poor Mr. Potato went upstairs, as I'm actually sat on a real life chair and at a desk as well, of all things. Bassett8, thank you very much for the follow. Very kind of you. The Real Gin, how are you? Decon, that makes sense. All that are working from home, assuming. You sold like 20 netherweave already. Wow, that is a lot. I really must get onto those bags. I'm not sure what I've done so far. Let me have a check, see what I've got. Bags wise, I think I had some I made. Let me just check. Sales are slow today, mostly transmog. Interesting, so maybe there's still a market then. I haven't checked my sales. I went on this morning and reposted everything on, but I didn't do a restock. I mainly tried to sort out my all my braces that I had hanging over. In terms of bags, I'm not sure what I've got. Let's have a look what I have actually on the auction house at the moment. Frostweave, Hexweave, Imbued Silkweave, and Otherworldly. No netherweaves there. So maybe if we do a cancel scan of these, let's deselect these groups. Deselect all groups, go down to let's minimize that. Go to my tailoring bags, I'll run a cancel scan on that lot. As we've been undercut on all of these, let's just take those off. We'll pop these straight on. Oh, fantastic. Gone up another level on the hype train. That's brilliant. Thank you, Lizelle, for gifting a tier 1 sub to Andy Magyar. That's very kind of you. Thank you very much indeed. That's super kind of you, Lizelle. And congratulations, Andy. You now have your sub renewed. Fantastic. That's awesome. Transmog is higher in turnover because of the trial of style. Oh yes, there is the trial of style, isn't there? I haven't got much transmog on myself, apart from like the odds tailoring bits and pieces. Let's go have a look and open up the mailbox and we'll have a quick look. Let's move this over this side. I'll get those cancels out the way. Got a few things coming in here on the mail, which is quite nice, and we'll look at that in detail in a moment. Let's just get this lot posted back on, bag-wise. Hexweave bag, silkweave satchels, frostweave bags, otherworldly bag. You could probably do some netherweave bags there. I haven't got any on me at the moment, so if we were to make some netherweave bags, actually let's use the standard interface for this. Nether weave. So netherweave bag needs bolts of netherweave, and how many bolts of netherweave do I have? I have netherweave cloth. I only have 59 in the guild vault, so we might have to go and have a little grab of those. See if we can get some going here. So it'll be in my tailoring. Netherweave cloth there. I'm probably using that rune thread as well, actually. Looking at that. Take that whilst we're here, and then I'll have a look. Shadowman, thank you very much for the follow. It's very kind of you. And good evening, Will Webster and Snackham. Good evening to you. It's up and working this week. Oh, fantastic, Rasheen. Thank you for the heads up on that. We'll go over and have a look at that in a moment. He bought 20,000 Tide Spray this week for well under 2 gold. Wow. 3 times the charm, I guess. Yeah, definitely. It would seem like that. And Storm Night Guide, thank you also for the follow. Let's quickly make these netherweave bags whilst we're here, and then we'll go over and have a look at so bolt of netherweave. We can only make 11 out of this lot, so that's only going to be a bag or 2 of the netherweave side. So who's leveling ults? It'll definitely be me. Raise my hand. I would like to get El Morte, who is level 90. I'd like to get him to 120 and maybe change him over to blacksmithing. Snap Control, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. And Pashas, good evening to you. Happy Sunday. You're a legend. Oh, thank you very much. Very kind of you to say so. Well under 2 gold though. That is brilliant for that Tide Spray. So how much bolt of netherweave we've made, and where's my netherweave bags? Don't have them here. Netherweave. Oops. Netherweave bag. I can make 2 out of those bolts that I've got. So let's just make the 2 that we've got. Well, you never know. It's not a massive profit margin. Crafting costs 9 gold, 15 gold profit, 25 gold at the moment. The bigger bags make me more gold, and these take such a long time to craft. I'll make a couple of these for the moment, and then we'll go over and check the Wowhead blog. Gregor Slav, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. I'm just quickly making some bags for all the ults that might be leveling at the moment. So we'll go and jump these on, and we'll have a look here. Caravan, and we'll go and post on just the bags here. So we should do a post scan. Netherweave bags, 2 of those, 25 gold. You never know, we might get some sales there. So far, your Dark Iron to 75, Volpira to 80, and your Mechanome to 79. Wow, that's really good. Oh, John, thank you very much. 13 months, that's amazing. Thank you ever so much for your long-term support. That is super duper appreciated. Let's see a lot of emotes for you. Thank you, John. You made 100 when you went to bed yesterday. Yeah, I think that would be the best way with netherweave, because it takes so long to make, is just to go over it slowly, definitely. And go over it whilst you're not there, rather, should I say. Miss Ducey, good evening to you. I'm doing very well, thank you very much. Had a lovely weekend with my family. We played a game of Ticket to Ride this afternoon, which was really good, the Europe version we had. So that was really good fun. And I did loads of stuff in the garden as well, because the weather was lovely here. So let's have a look at the Wowhead blog. Let me just sort that one out. This one's okay. we go, and then we'll get that, and we'll get this on. I am Sinister, thank you very much for resubscribing for 2 months. Thank you very much. That's fantastic. Thank you very much. Oh, I got another hype train emote. Thank you very much for that. I'll take that one. Share that one. Now I'm going to make one of those emotes for you, I am Sinister. Thank you very much for that as well. Thank you all for your support. And we just sold the Hexweave bag for 900 gold. So that's a good start. So bags are going to do definitely well. Quite a nice game. Yeah, I love Ticket to Ride. It's a really good game. All right, let's have a look at the wrap up. Let me just copy the line here. Copy that. Go into my commands. Edit that. And Zephyrial, thank you also for the follow. Hope you're doing well. Where are we? Wowhead. It's up here. Right. Edit that. And then take that. Paste that. Submit that. Click that. We're getting there almost. All these different things I need to do. There we go. I've got that. And then good evening, Samadan and Oreo. Thank you, Silent Mouse. Oreo is just behind me sleeping. We can't quite see him at the moment, but I'll pass on the regards. So, right, Wowhead. Wowhead. Let's have a look at that. That should be the link to the Wowhead post. If you haven't got it already, let me know if you can't see it. But we should be visible to everyone. I'll leave Samadan over in the background there, so we can see that. And let's move this across a little bit here so we can see everything in that sense. There we go. And Yummy Yunker, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're having a lovely time. So this week on the Wowhead, so the big news at the moment, story time. Guy in trade chat wants to buy Hexweave bag. You whispered him, buy deep sea bags. They're the same size and 1,000 gold cheaper than auction house. Guy replies, but they're less popular it seems. They're only 200 gold. But they're the same size. I mean, yes, if you want the icon to look differently, slightly more purple rather than the green, then by all means go ahead. But each to their own. That's why Hexweave bags are always good sellers. It's a shame I can't make quite as many as I want. I might even use up, you know, I've got a load of primal spirits. I might do a little bit of primal weaving. Thinking about that. Because I've got primal weaving. If I got some sumptuous fur, I've got 2,500 primal spirits. I could probably make a whole load of hexweave out of that. Let me just check the price of sumptuous fur, see if I can get some cheaply. I know I'm going off on a squirrel hunt here, but this is the way my train of thought goes. Sumptuous, and then we'll get to the Wowhead blog, I promise. Sumptuous F, that should do it. Sumptuous fur, so we have it at 1 gold 74, which is not too far off of my map price, which is 1 gold 67. So I'm going to buy that 2,000 lot there. Take all of that. It may even be tempting to go up to this 12,000. But how much do we need? Let's have a look. So take that, take all of that sumptuous fur. And I might leave that primal weaving to make some more out of that hex weave and get some more hexweave bags on the go. So primal weaving 287 out of that lot of sumptuous fur and that much of primal spirits. That will give me 2 hexweave per primal weaving. So that would give me, in theory, 4 hexweave bags, which will give me a decent profit. I haven't used this primal spirit for anything else, so I'm going to set that off whilst we're going, and then we're going to go over and have a look at the Wowhead blog whilst that's going on. So that's over there. There we go. What did I miss? Hold on. Why is a gold maker advise someone? Because you care. Exactly. We're all here. We care about our customers as much as anything else. 100% XP buff is amazing. And it stacks with heirlooms and everything else, so this is really, really good. This is a great time to have an alt. It's very kind of Blizzard to sort of instigate this now. I can understand why they've done it. I mean, I wonder if this is what levelling is going to be like when Shadowlands comes around. It's going to be interesting, that's for sure. Sold Hex for 900 today, load of people resub now with Corona, and maybe the last expansion they played was the Hexby bag one, exactly. Did you know one likes, is it Sunday Nuts, or am I still stuck in a loop? It's tricky, isn't it? I know me doing a Thursday stream did throw everyone out, so hopefully that isn't too confusing. And Xerox, how are you? Hope you're doing well. So in terms of the Wowhead blog, yes, so 100% XP buff. So what does that mean for us gold makers? So it's basically, it means we can level alts very easily ourselves. So having an alt army gives you a lot of diversity with your professions. You've got a lot of options there in terms of being able to do daily cooldowns, maybe setting up specific characters for dungeon runs or specific farms, parking them in a certain place just to get certain rare creatures and stuff. There's a lot you can do when you've got a lot of characters. It gives you a lot more options, certainly. And obviously with the essences being made account wide, and there's loads and loads of allied races, this is like the perfect time. There's lots of variety there, so I think the appeal is very, very high. So not only is it good for ourselves as gold makers to make all these characters, but we could excuse me, we could then capitalize on everyone else making alts. And so things like I'm making these Hexweave bags, the enchants for leveling up, so things like elemental force, and then when people get to 110 there's all the standard gear like the tide spray gear and the coarse leather gear, and then when you get to 120 there's all the uncanny gear. Fingers crossed, hopefully we'll see a lot of sales that way. During these weird times, I hope all and their family are stay safe. Thank you very much, Darkwing. Yes, I think that's a very good sentiment. That's exactly the sort of thing we need to be focusing on. Kindness to everyone else, certainly. So tempted to resub. You need to think about it. Well, now's the time, Will, definitely. If you've got spare time on your hands and you fancy it, then by all means give it a go. Sorry I missed you on Thursday live. But I did watch it on YouTube. I was excited to have another stream for me this week. Yeah, so hopefully I'll be able to do this a lot more frequently whilst we're in this crazy situation, and I'm currently working from home. So it gives me a little bit more flexibility as to when I can stream. So I'm going to hopefully make a lot more content whilst we're in these crazy times, because obviously everyone's going to want something to watch whilst they're at home. Sadly, you're also still getting buried by someone who reposts 100 Hexweave bags every 10 minutes or so. Wow, that is quite the monopoly, certainly. Many people have come back to the game. It's good times in WoW. Yeah, definitely. Avinta Doom, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing very well, thank you very much. Had a lovely day with my family, so getting ready to do some... Well, we're going through the Wowhead blog at the moment, and then we're going to talk about... we're going to do some gold making ourselves. I might even do a spot of levelling myself, so maybe later we could do a time walking dungeon or something like that. We'll see how that goes. I've also installed Azeroth Autopilot. I haven't really seen that in action, so it'll be interesting to test that one out as well. Nightmare, watching all the way from Perth, Australia. Oh wow, that's amazing. Thank you very much. It's about 3:30 AM on the Monday. Wow, okay, that's super early. Well, thank you ever so much for stopping by at such a late hour for you. Really do appreciate it. Basically voluntary self-isolating for the next 12 weeks, as your parents are both high risk with lung issues. Yeah, definitely. I think that's a very wise choice, Will. So hopefully your parents are all right and they get through these crazy times safely. Cheers from Brazil as well, 4:20 PM. Wow, we've got a truly global gathering here. That's fantastic. And good evening, Natty. Hope you're doing well. So yes, definitely alt time. Now's the time to do it. And then there was a very interesting post about the old vendor shuffles, which is quite commonly known, but it was summarised quite well by ZipZoop on Reddit. And I thought I'd quote it here because it's going through all the Fusaka, fresh potato, all the stuff you can get on your long boy. It's very easy to buy up all of this sort of stuff. And then, I mean, I've been doing this occasionally with some Fusaka and Wildflower, but I hadn't done the whole lot of it. And it'll be very interesting to see how this works. I did a test on Thursday with Nadamas over on the Horde side, and I got some sales straight away. So it was definitely encouraging. If you're looking for a little bit of extra gold, this is obviously something that always works. Anyone here make gold in Silvermoon? I don't know. If you are, definitely shout out. Ralphus Law, thank you very much for the follow. Solare, Samadan, hello, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. As someone who's high risk, you can say you're more afraid of the panicking people than the virus itself. Yeah. Vendor mat sale, yeah. Every vendor mat you sell is a yay sales in your books. Most definitely. Most definitely. I did a little test and I set up the TSM strings here. So I've got all the items as an item string here if you want to copy everything here. And then I set this as a very conservative min price 120% vendor buy. So I'm using vendor buy because I'm obviously using, that's the price I'm buying it from the vendor rather than the price I'm selling it to the vendor. Yeah, fishing poles, fishing bobbers. There's also a load of shirts, but you've got to watch out for the price on those, the listing fees on those. There's what other ones are there? There's the sausage vendor in Drusvar. That's a very specific alliance one. That works well. Vapor Gym. Can I link that? Yes, certainly. I can give you the link to the Wowhead blog that has it in. Wowhead. There we go. There's a link to it at the moment. So you're more than welcome to take that. Every drink and food used in achievements. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. There used to be an add-on, what was it called? Nicorn vendor. I remember looking it up, and sadly it doesn't really work anymore, but that's definitely worth having a look at. In fact, it's probably worth, I don't know how much further we've got on the hex weave bags at the moment, private weaving. There's a little more on that. We can pop over to Nadamas and have a look and see if he has, where is that? There it is. He has any more sales in addition to the one we had earlier. We'll check on that a little bit later. Vendor recipes worth giving a go to. Yes, there's a lot of different sort of single ones. Like I was doing for a long time when I was camped in Booty Bay. I would do the Admiral's hat recipe that's just over the cliff from the other side of Booty Bay. I haven't had any sales of those recipes for a long time, or even the hat itself, but I still always have one on the auction house just in case I get a sale. So yeah, there's lots and lots of different niches scattered all around Azeroth, so it's worth having a look at and seeing if you can get a few decent sales, that's for sure. Fun to hunt all the rare ones down. Yeah, definitely. It'd be nice if someone did do an update to Nicorn vendor and got that working, but maybe that's something that would work particularly well for Classic. That would be quite good. So I also set up a vendor operation. I'd never done one of these before, so just to make easy restocking and buying on Nadamas. And so basically all that was restock quantity of 200, enable buying, include everything that's on the auction house as well, and that works really simply. And so basically I can restock, relist all the vendor items, and hopefully for someone like Nadamas who's not got a lot of gold, this would be a nice little start in his gold making journey. So that was quite an interesting one this week. Then there's another big development for Dala GD and Callan. I've been working on their Worth It add-on. I have it here on Samadan. I'm still going through the cloth at the moment, so I'll let that go through first. But basically got new features. They're doing a lot now with custom farms. I haven't really explored it too much myself yet, but Dala's got a video about it down here. And also, quite importantly, import and export is another very interesting thing. So I've got a feeling that this is going to really develop into a really nice add-on for all those people who like to look for different farms and different things that might give them ideas as to what to go for in their sort of like their goal making journey. If farming and that kind of thing is your thing, then this is definitely an add-on to have a look at. Good evening, Jeannie. Hope you're doing well. If I wanted to make another character for pure gold farm, either raw or for farming professional match transmog, is there a class which would be considered OP for this? Sorry if you get asked this. No, not at all. As Rasheen says, a druid is definitely a good one. Anything that's particularly fast and mobile will help you out on that one. I guess to some extent demon hunters as well. Rogues are quite good for sneaking through things, but druids are certainly one of the most versatile, definitely, because you've got all the different forms as well. Yeah, like Will says as well, demon hunters and dying Flutchman. I like the name. Good evening to you. I hope you're doing well. Right, we've done all our hexweave here, so we'll have a look at that in a moment. We're going to have a look at worth it at the moment. Yeah, that was it. So this is the current at the moment. All the different sort of farms, and you can import routes as well, which is really useful. Now, another thing they've added in was a separate add-on for routes itself, which is there's another extension for the routes add-on that allows you to import and export custom routes. So this is going to be really nice for people who have specific routes and they want to share them amongst the gold making community. So this is definitely something to watch out for. I've got a feeling those that like farming and want to share all their routes or want to export theirs and share with their friends, then this is definitely going to be an add-on to watch. So I highly recommend that. So you've got Worth It, the main add-on, and then you've got the extension for routes down here as well. So a couple of really nice ones there. So hopefully that gives you some, if you're getting into gold making, if you just got yourself an alt and you're back into WoW, there's some easy ways there to get yourself started into gold making. Lev Boy, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. You use Worth It, do you, Adriana? What do you find is the most useful part of it for you? Looks like you'll level Zenzalari Troll Druid, get Heritage Armour, and have a class of speed farming. Sounds good. Still a pride brain when using Worth It, yo. Exactly. I would definitely say, like anything, you need to get an idea as to what you're doing and start slowly and work your way up. Make sure you understand the principles first. That's very good advice, Rasheen. Because that's how I started with TSM. I didn't even use TSM much at all other than cross-referencing against my spreadsheet and working out how to post things. And over time I got used to it, and then my understanding grew with that. It wasn't just how to use the add-on, but it's actually how to be a gold maker. Time is not free. Farm mats are the costly sometimes. Exactly, definitely. You still have to think about your time and how long it takes you to do that. So hopefully that at least makes things a bit more efficient for people, certainly. What's that one? No math allowed. I like that one. That's a new Sensors one. No math allowed and no Silas procs. Well, I have got one, I think. I've still got a buff going from Thursday, so that's not too bad. You hate farming, can't stand it, to be honest. I don't do it for any length of time. I know other people who absolutely love it, and that's the great thing about especially gold making and World of Warcraft, is there's so many different ways that appeal to different people. So I'm glad that there are people that go out and farm stuff, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to buy all the stuff that I need on the auction house. Game Cat, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for stopping by. So that was a brief but interesting sort of run through everything that's on the Wowhead blog this week. So main things really are for people who are looking for either new gold making methods or looking for easy gold making methods, or in this case just talking about the latest news, which is the alts and stuff like that. So I'll leave that for the moment. We'll go over and we'll have a look at we'll make some bags here on Samadan, and then we'll maybe go over to Nadamas and check the vendor sales there. But if you do want to, if you've not got the link, Wowhead there. And then, of course, if you have any comments or things you would like me to share in future episodes, please do say so in the comments, or reach out to me on Discord or any of my other bits and pieces that I've got on my Twitter and all that sort of stuff. Based on someone saying, I have no time to do the math. All the time I spend on doing the math, I lose on making gold. Oh, right. That really doesn't make sense. You like farming, you leveled your mage from 110 to 120, though, through herbing and mining. and buy everything on the auction and put everything on the auction house. Yeah, definitely. If you like it, then that's definitely the way forward. You're bot allergic to both allergic to cats in this stream. All right, not. Oh, good. I'm not allergic to cats in the stream. Yes, definitely. There's lots here, definitely. It's a meme at this point. Yes, definitely. Silent Mouse, love the emote there. Thank you for sharing it. Any good methods for full pop realms? We talked about that in last week's Wowhead blog. I think it was. Was that the high pop one? I can't remember. How to make golden high pop servers. There's lots of different methods, really. The main thing you've got to think about is what kind of materials or things like that you want to sell, and how much you want to sort of keep on top of the auctions, and whether you want to flip things, because big full pop servers are quite good for getting an idea of the market price, waiting for things to drop below the average, buying those up if you can afford to, and then posting them back on at a higher price and see what the camp the auction house is, as Rasheen said as well. You do need to spend a lot of time on the auction house and get a feel for the market, definitely. What string am I using for the price of hexweave cloth? It's very easy at the moment for me. Because normally, not with this primal weaving, that's slightly different. But normally with my hex weave, I take it off the price of one sumptuous fur, because one sumptuous fur roughly equates to one hex weave cloth when you've got a fully decked out garrison with the tailor going full tilt. So that's the price I have for it. If we go in here under crafting reports, materials, hex weave cloth is basically the average buy of sumptuous fur. So I usually buy my sumptuous fur because it's so simple and easy to make. I'll paste it in there. That's literally all I do for my hex weave cloth. So long as you use that method for your use the garrison method for your hex weave. Under these circumstances at the moment, I'm just quickly going to make some extra hex weave bags if I can, because there we go. I can make 6 hex weave bags because I've got a whole load of hex weave cloth now, and I'm hopefully going to get some good sales out of these. Probably about a good 700 profit or something like that, hopefully. Probably a little bit more. We'll let these go through and we'll see if we can get some sales. It might even be worth looking at the hex weave bag market and see if we can push those up a little bit higher. They're currently at 900. Let's have a look. Let's go over here. And so my auctions, let's do shopping, hex weave bag, let's have a look. Wait, the base profession menu has favourites? Yep, definitely, and it's very, very handy. Highly recommend it. Right, so what have we got here? We've got 14 bags at 900 gold, 1 at 900 gold here, and then we're up here to 1,999. So we could possibly try a little flip here. Now the problem you have here is buying these all individually. Last time we did this with silkweave satchels, it took forever for us to buy all of these, because you can't buy them so easily. So that's worth considering. 900 gold is quite high. How many sales we can get, I'm not sure though. Use the thing sell. Oh, that was for the other one, wasn't it? Yeah. Use 10 fur. Yes, 10 sumptuous fur, I think. Look at your crafting session. Every mat who achieve the buy them, craft profitable with it and post it. Yeah, basically, as GameCat said, basically, the people on high pop rounds will certainly be buying a lot of stuff off the auction house. Because people do all sorts of things, exactly. And that's I like the icon more, or remember the name. Yeah, there's both of those really. I mean, if you were to use the standard auction house and go on to containers and look for bags, you could quite easily just see all the bags here ordered by slots, and you go, okay, well, hexweave bags here are at 900 gold. Deep sea bags are here at 690 gold. So it would make perfect sense to go, okay, well I'm going to use, I'm going to buy deep sea bags because they're 300 gold cheaper, or 200 gold cheaper then. But a lot of the time people will simply just go in and search up for hexweave bag, and therefore all they'll see is that, basically. They're like 100 gold on your server, wow. You sell deep sea and hexweave for around 400 and 800 respectively. Both sell quite fast. Don't know why people spend more for hexweave, but I'm not complaining. Exactly, I'm not complaining either. I was considering buying these up at these 14 up, potentially, see if I can make some extra gold. I'm not sure though. I mean, 14, 15 at that price, 15 at 900 gold, 15 times 900 would be 13,000 gold I'd be investing. Whether I could sell that much, I'm not sure. Or would I be better off getting about the sort of 500-ish gold from my current 6 I've got, which will give me a 3,000 gold there. If I was to sell those for a lot more, say I could maybe double my money if I sold them for 1999, plus the other ones as well. So it's a risk. Where are we at on Sunday? It's a risk we could take. Let's have a look. Let's switch back to TSM 4. Let's test it out, see if we can push this up a little bit higher. Hexweave bag, and then yeah, because then it goes off, doesn't it? And then you have to rebuy it. So if you go to the standard one, bag, search, and slots. Where's hexweave? That's all the bags I see, right? Okay. If we buy that, buy out, and then you got that. Now there was a macro, wasn't there, for this to buy this nice and quickly. Let's see if we can just do this whilst we're here. There's only 14 or so of them. Excuse the flashing of all the tooltips that's going up and down at the same time. If there was more than this, I'd bother setting up the macro, which I remember Rasheen telling me about. So I'm going to buy that one. I'm going to buy that one. So now we're at 1,999. So we'll go on and post those up. And where's my hexweave bags? Probably just put them straight on here actually. 1,900. Post there. Let's go 24 hours actually. Maximum 6. Post at that price. And then we can pick up all of our spare ones and see if we can get ourselves some extra sales on that. You never know, it's a bit of a risk. I'll take those off. Maybe like 1299 or so. It might work well. What I'll do is I'll try it first at 1999. That may be a little bit much, like you said, but let's see what happens. Maybe the price will drop down a little bit more. We'll have a look. In terms of sales we've got this week, we are on 56,000 in sales, so not a huge amount. Some frostweave bags there, some enchant weapons. Look, force multipliers, 6 of those. Silkweave satchels we sold there. Uncanny gear, a couple of those. Some biltong, baked potato, various bits of food and stuff like that. So that's not bad as well. Let's take those sales. Then I've got a whole load of tide spray and nylon left over from scrapping earlier today, so we can process those a bit later. But I've probably got quite a lot I need to restock on. But I don't want to spend too long tonight restocking and stuff like that, because I'd quite like to do some other things like leveling up tonight, hopefully. Someone mass bought the tomes the other day. They thought someone was resetting the market. You had tons of small volume listed from partial sales and restocks. You go to auction house, they're all excited. You may have sold 60% of your stock at once, and someone actually bought 20 tomes one at a time. Wow. Chat menu had 20 announcements for your X is sold. Well, that's pretty cool as well. Does anyone know a way around your issue for cancel scanning? What's the issue you have, Belligerent Potato? Oh, Drizzling Rose, I missed you there. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Thanks for stopping by. Did I miss anyone else? Pro tip for fresh alts, there's cheap 410 gear on the time walking vendor. Is there? Okay, that's pretty cool. That's worth looking for. Yeah, people do like their purples, definitely. You want to ask a question. Is the way to have TSM only cancel auctions you have been undercut on and not ones to repost at a higher price? I believe in your settings for your group. So let me have a look at, say, rings, accords, group operations. I think it's in my auctioning operation settings. If cancelling, there's a cancel thing here. So you've got cancel undercut auctions or cancel to repost higher. So you can turn that, repost higher. Sorry, you can turn that off. So you're only going to cancel undercut ones for each operation. For each auctioning operation you have, that's the way to do it. I usually just have it on as the default anyway. That seems to work. Someone reset the... Well, what did I miss on that? Oh, there we go. Someone reset the market on Hexy bags this weekend as well, because of the XP bonus. Very nice for you. You spend your 15,000 extra fur to make 60-ish bags, already sold for a new reset price of 999 gold. And it's been 550 for weeks. Very happy. Yes, we've just pushed it up even higher here on Shadow Song. I was a bit greedy and made it 199, but you never know. We might get some sales that way. We'll probably have a check of that and have a look at that a bit later. No worries, Belligerent Potato. It's often missed because you don't see in your posting. It's just basically when you make groups and operations, it's always like it's always the posting tab that you look at most. I never really spot the cancelling one or the details one on the other side. That's the one I usually focus on anyway. Right, we could restock on a few things here, but I'm going to jump through my other characters, check on their gold. So we had 50-odd thousand there. Back up to 739,000 on Samadan. I spent a lot of gold on Tide Spray Linen recently. Let's go through our other characters. Maybe do some cancel scans, and Awakening might need to do some more potions. We'll have a look at him in a moment. How many bags a week can you get from a full garrison? I've never actually worked it out. I'm very casual when I'm getting my garrison going. So I only check back maybe once a week if I'm lucky. So I'm very inefficient with it. I haven't actually crunched the numbers to try and get the most out of it. But if anyone else does know, please do let me know. Oh, right, I best do this quickly because I've got 8 minutes left of my buff. Hold on, let me just go through this quickly. So we have a load of sales here, 211,000. We won't open those just yet. Let's just do a quick check of my auctions, and then see if there's anything we need to remake alchemy wise. Crafting groups, restock, superior battle potion of agility, so there's not many. What are we missing there? Riverbud. Okay, we have 43. We need another 11 from the guild bank. Okay, I'll grab that. I'll go through here, jump through that. Riverbud, there's a load here. I'll take that. And then we'll run over here. GJ Robo, thank you very much. 6 months. That's amazing. Thank you very much for your continued support. Super appreciated. Thank you very much. And Spirit Wolf as well. Thank you for all the information and help you give the community. Oh, that's very kind. And Snackham coming in with 2 months as well. Wow. That's absolutely amazing. Thank you. Thank you all. That's very, very kind of you. And Itharif TV, how are you? Literally luckiest lad alive. Just logged into your old character, found Magic Rooster and Feldrake there. Haven't logged since Kata or something. Very nice indeed. Congratulations on that. I take it you'll be keeping them for yourself. I'm not even sure you can trade those once you've got them. Totally quit again. Never want to go back again. Oh, that's something different. Okay. Thank you for the good content. Oh, it's very kind of you, GJ. Very kind of you at all. Oh, I'm getting rid of my Silas buff here. I'm not making use of it. Hold on. I got distracted. Squirrel. There we go. Right, let's make some battle potions of agility whilst we're here. And then I'll see if I can use up something. So in terms of what I could make. Abyssal healing potions, always good to have a few of those. Maybe if I can get some endless fathoms of some sort. 43, 157 on that one. Maybe I can make a few of those. Greater flask of the currents. Let's make 10 of those. Whilst I'm here, I'm just going to try and sort of get a little bit extra going whilst I've got the buff. Can't see the buff here, so let's just make sure we've got that there. There we go. There we go. Guild achievement. Let's do another 10 of those whilst we're here. Just going to use up a lot of my stuff here, hopefully. Whilst I've got the buff, you never know. I'm just looking at the sale rate here and the profit margins. We'll do some of the undertow as well, 10 of those. Let's go a bit extra. We've got a 10 times 10 proc there on the Endless Fathoms. That's really good. So I'm just randomly filling my bags now. Let's go back up here, look at my profit margins. So the higher sellers, Unbridled Fury. Let's do 10 of those. We're missing Zinanthid now, okay. So can we craft any more of these? 2 of those. Okay, we're out of Zinanthid. So that's us done on all the potions. That's not too bad though. Let me just go through and have a look at doing a cancel scan on this. We'll let that run out now. So we're done with Silas for the moment. So we'll run a cancel scan on that. Oh, I've missed loads. Charlie, thank you very much for the follow. You'll keep them. You're able to sell TCG mounts though. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I think it's a good thing to keep hold of, definitely, as it's so rare. You checked, Zenith dropped to 30 gold and your insta-quit. Ouch. Yeah, I've seen some people saying there's a big drop in price. I'll have to have a look. Gonna have a lot to do farming essence, upgrading your cloak. Oh yes, I haven't even got my first cloak, so I'm a long way behind on that one. Been having a blast with the XP buff, time walking, only 2 more monks, and all 14 are 120. That's amazing, absolutely amazing. Oh, there's loads on the chat here I've missed. Oh, I might have to skip ahead slightly. Isn't crafting flask pots a lose on gold right now? Selling Zenithid raw may be way better now. Except I buy all my Zenithid, I don't farm it myself. Zoron Gaming, good evening to you. And oh no, wait, thank you very much for the follow. What else have I missed? Oh, I'll just skip ahead. Where do you recommend you begin? For someone who's never worked the auction house, where do you begin? Thornhall, I would recommend... Thornhally, sorry. I would recommend just have a look at... Use the standard auction house for the moment and get an idea as to how things work on there. As you progress, you could use something like TSM. It has quite a steep learning curve. So if you do want to have a look, we have a playlist on YouTube just going through TSM on itself. Oh, thank you very much for the sub as well. That's very kind of you. Welcome on board. Hopefully, if you do have any questions, please do ask them in chat. And so basically, I would say yes. Start with the maybe start with just maybe something simple like gathering some herbs or some ore and seeing if you can sell that on the auction house. And then once you get an idea as to how well they sell, maybe look into professions or whatever you enjoy really. Whatever, it has to be something that you find fun more than anything else. When the material is worth more than the crafted product, why would you build material to craft? Because for me, it's still a profit, even at the price I buy my Zinanthid at. So I wouldn't be making it if it wasn't a profit for me. We do need to have a look at some Zinanthid. In fact, let's see what the price is at the moment, because we'll need to buy some. I'm currently on... Where is the Zinanthid? There it is. Currently at 60 gold on my server, so it's not a lot less... Not a lot more than my mat cost of 57. So I might actually see if I can buy some later in the week, perhaps. Sure, this is old news, but new Samadan setup. It is, and hopefully it's a higher resolution as well. Let me know if it's working all right for you, the bit rate and everything, because I've whacked it all the way up to 6,000, and I'm doing full HD at 60 frames per second now. So hopefully that's working all right for everyone. What server am I playing on? I'm on Shadowsong EU. Showed you my glyph settings before you remember correctly. Yes, lots of things. Looking good for you, right one too. Excellent. Zenith is currently 90 gold on your server. Excellent. Only thing missing is Cat Camera. Yes, sadly, Oreo is here, but he's off camera at the moment because we're upstairs in my bedroom and I don't really want to show the whole bedroom. But hopefully, if I can tempt Oreo, maybe he'll come up on the desk later. So we'll leave this for the moment, but let's go and collect up our gold because we need a lot of this gold now. So let's take that to 211,000 from sales of potions this month, no, this week rather. So that takes my gold up to 515,000. Now I'll probably spend a good 100 to 200,000 of that on some more Zenithid. So in terms of profit margins, we're sitting at more like 300,000-400,000 gold, I would say. So throw some cat candy up on the table. Unfortunately, Ori's not food motivated, otherwise he would do that, definitely. Have I done my daily cooldown whilst I'm here? Yes, I have. Okay. So, did we post everything on? Let's have a look. We're on post scan. Let's just post a load of this on. See if we can get some sales. Just throw my knee on the table. Yeah, definitely. Ori would like to knead my knee. Definitely. So let's get all of that lot on. See if we can get some sales that way. Thomas, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. Right, let's have a look. So we're at a very respectable 515,000. My second best character in terms of gold at the moment. So Awakening's doing very well with alchemy at the moment. I'm really pleased with how that's working out. Definitely making some gold there. So we'll leave that. Let's just check, see if we can get a proc before we finish. Oh, we have. Oh, fantastic. Okay, well, I'll save this for next time. So I'll add the buff, and then I'll just log off. And then we'll have that ready for next time. There we go. You hit your first million this week. Oh, fantastic. And Happiest, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Alright, so let's jump all the way down to Nadamas, because I just want to check on the vendor sales we were talking about on the Wowhead blog. Because I think that'll be quite interesting to see what kind of sales we had. Because this character has no access to anyone else's gold, so it's going to be definitely just Horde side. We have all the Azeroth autopilot stuff to deal with. We'll just leave that for the moment, I think. There we go. Right, it's feeling easier to pick up cheap materials now. Yes, definitely. Once you've got that first million, it does feel like you've got a lot more flexibility when it comes to everything. So let's have a look. Where's my... Yeah, so I set a group, vendor sell, and I've got sell everything. So let's go check the... That's the mailbox, isn't it? Let's check the sales we got. So we're currently at 4,500 gold on this character. We did an emissary last time and got ourselves some stuff there. And then we've got another 2,500 gold in sales here. So we've sold nylon thread, wildflower, meaty haunch, linen cloth, light parchment, 100 of those, chemical blasting cap, 50 of those, distilled water, 200 of those. Some of this is just random stuff I've had as well, like copper, fusaka, 200 of that, insulated wiring. So we have got some good sales there, as well as the usual other scraps of bits and pieces that I had from the previous. A few herbs, copper ore, a little bit of zenithid I had. So overall, that's not bad. Let's take all of that. That gives us a nice amount of gold now. We're at 7,000 gold. So we've started to get some capital here. So in terms of my auctions, let's just have a look. Let's do a cancel scan on those. So I've been undercut on a lot of my vendor bits and pieces. That's fine, we'll take those off. And anything else we've been undercut on, let me just check. I sell everything. I don't think I've got much else on those. No, I think a lot of my stuff is actually sold. So let's take that. We'll take that. We'll take our cancels. Now what we'll do is we'll use our vendor operation. So we'll go over to here and we'll go to our vendor groups. or buy at least 200 of everything on our group if we haven't got it already. We've got a fair amount of stuff here at the moment, so we'll just buy a little bit extra frothy coffee, some wildflower, some powdered sugar, and a little bit of nylon thread. So that takes me up to 200 of everything again. So that's pretty good, and then we can post it all on, including all the other stuff. There we go. Buying the mats to craft flask on your server is currently a loss of 588 to 647 per flask if you don't get a proc on it. But I take into account the Silas proc at an average of 1.7. So that's where it works on average. You have to think with alchemy on doing large bulk amounts of things basically to average it out. Can't wait to get the 5 million so you can spend your gold on heroes again. Yeah, definitely, Drizzling Rose. Check the material price and profit. Yes, but if you're looking at the profit straight in the Undermine journal, that's not taking into account the proc rate on the Undermine journal. Is there an import shrink for this group? I haven't got one for this complete group, but I'll set one up to go with my pastebin of the other ones. But if you go on the Wowhead blog, I at least show the setup I've got. So have a look at the Wowhead blog there, and in there I show. If I go down here on the bottom, if you go down here, so the items you can import into a group is there. The strings I'm using are here, and then the operation for the vendor buy is here. So it's got everything you need to be able to reconstruct it yourself, definitely. You just feel like the proc rate is playing casino. It is if you look at it in isolation, but you have to think about it. If you think about it as averages over a long time, you're making a lot of these potions, and so as you're mass producing them, then you can work on those average numbers as a much more reliable source. On the Brutal Mount, yes, that's right. Yeah, definitely. The thing to bear in mind, if you're buying it from the Brutal Mount and you do happen to have reputation, you're not getting your reputation bonuses. So it's basically you're paying the most price for it, and so it's better to buy these from the specific vendors in Borealis. But for convenience, and because I don't have any reputation on this character, I'm doing it this way. Hang on, are you sat at a desk today? I am indeed. It's very, very strange. I've literally moved my everything upstairs because now I'm working from home. I need an actual desk to work from, as well as streaming. So it's a completely new setup at the moment. So instead of Oreo, who's over that side, we have Totoro on the side over here next to Arthas. So with those on, we can leave that going now. And let's head on back to another character. Let's have a look at... We're going to come back to El Morte. I'd like to do some levelling with El Morte. Level 90. Let's see if we can get him up to some higher level at the moment. Let's just check on Samadan. I'll probably have to do a cancel scan on his auctions for the moment. Totorio, exactly. That works out quite well. Very fluffy, the same. All your BFM alchemy has been selling like crazy for the last few days, thanks to the influx of returning players. It could very well be. Is this something permanent? Thank you for the new your new setup. We'll be back to normal position later. It's not permanent, but whilst I'm working from home and we've got the virus going on throughout the country, it's the best way I can still operate at home, work from home, and not disturb my family too much. You feels like time walking is harder this time around. We've seen more people than you think it is. Oh, okay. Oh, thank you very much, Ham Sandwich. Very kind of you to say so. So what have you got here? Oh, this is quite nice. We're currently at 10,000 gold, and so we've managed to sell some Tomes of the Quiet Mind, War Scrolls of Fortitude, Contract of Toll and Seekers, War Scrolls of Battle Shout and Fortitude there as well. So that's pretty good. Yep, there is, as Vessa's linked there. You got that there. We went through it earlier. It's a very brief one, but hopefully it will have some useful information for some people. It does seem like it has been buffed. Oh, okay. Thank you for sharing that one, Vessa. So there, 9,500 gold. So we're almost doubling our gold on Samadan. So we're doing very well on our fledgling characters at the moment. We got 20,000 here, and we had, what was it, about 6,500 on Nadamas. So a really good start from that perspective. Let's just go through and do, yeah, we'll do a cancel scan, because I imagine these have been undercut. So the contracts are obviously below min price. It's mainly the highborn compendiums we're looking at here. So we'll take those off and we'll put them back on, because those are our big sellers at the moment until we flesh out inscription a little bit more. Well, no, we need to open it from the mail first. There we go. Take all that off. Cassette Tape, how are you? Finally caught the stream. Usually catch up on YouTube. Well, it's lovely to have you here, Cassette Tape. How long are Blizz doing the XP buff for? Does anyone know? It goes until the 20th of April. Any milling data and setup I've done. I used the stuff from Billis Onyxia's setup for all the milling bits and pieces. There was a Reddit post a long time ago. I don't have a link to it. I know Rasheen had one because you gave it to me, didn't you? And there's a tutorial in the background. If you're, oh, I can't see it. The other Totoro. We have another Totoro on the other side of the bed as well. And if you look that way, behind me, over my other shoulder, right in the corner is a Gigi the cat from Kiki's delivery service. I've currently got 40,000 gold. What do you recommend you start with to get your liquid gold up before choosing a market to enter? Well, it's all about what you find fun, really, more than the gold you have. Do you enjoy flipping? Do you enjoy farming? Do you enjoy professions? There you go. Thank you, Rasheen. Very kind of you to post that up. So that's all the milling data I'm currently using for my mill rates. Really, really sort of thorough write-up that Billis has done there. I'm not sure you've seen it, you just wanted to know if I've got it set up like that. Yes, I have. I noticed my prices didn't change drastically from what it was in the standard, but it was nice to know that it was semi-accurate, certainly. Box Office Poison, thank you very much for the follow. I hope you're doing well this fine evening. Oh, Studio Ghibli, yes, most definitely. As you can probably tell, I can't quite see it. This T-shirt is the same one that's on my my QWERTY link down below. This is the Ponyo T-shirt that I've got. I've also got. Hold on. There we go. So I've also got a couple of new ones from QWERTY. This one, oh, hold on, I can go full screen on this, hold on. Let me full screen. There we go. So this one is a Laputa Ghibli t-shirt. And then this one is a Princess Mononoke one, which is also really cool. Lots and lots of lovely Ghibli fans here, definitely. What else have we got? Use the same milling setup. Anything that's more profit is better, definitely. Chair, definitely. Can you imagine me on a chair? I use a different milling setup, but it's secret. That's fair enough, Rasheen. I think you've earned that, certainly. Find out my Studio Ghibli fan. Well, Totoro is one of my all-time favourite films, most definitely. Exum RVN, thank you very much for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. The one nice competitor on your realm since 8 years. Wow, fantastic. Not even kidding, that's fantastic. What server am I on? I am on Shadow Song on EU. What do you mean? How do you pronounce it? Is it Mr. VN? Is that how you pronounce it? Or is the X silent? Or is it just Mr. VN? Or is that just Marvin? There we go, Marvin. I tried pronouncing it and it came out Marvin. Okay, that'll work. I'll call you Marvin. We love competitors here, Metcalf. Everyone is welcome. We are more than happy to share everything we do with gold making. If everyone does have any questions, they are more than welcome to ask. I like nice competitors, most definitely. And we're all nice here. So, Samadan's done. I guess you don't mind starting with something like fishing or so, just to get your gold up, but you'd like to get into flipping and buying mats, crafting it into something and then selling it with profit. So that's, yeah, that is kind of shuffling. So yeah, fishing's a good start. If you enjoy that, then by all means try the new stuff, the viper fish, and also yeah, those are the ones in Najitar, definitely, I believe. And are there new fish with 8.3? I can't remember. Maybe try those ones as well. If you're not nice, she'll put you in the ground. Farming roseate pigments is the best gold per hour, in your opinion. Ah, interesting. Albino Cavefin, the ones for the Vial of the Sands are good. Okay, thank you, Will. That's a good one as well. Yeah, I don't know the specific fish that would be good at this point, but check the prices on your server, and then go from there as to what's the best one to fish for. That druid looks quite nice. I like the skull on the top as well. Right, it's the same as this one. This one I've got the skull on the top as well. There we go. And then okay, so let's have a look at our other characters. We've got a few more we just want to jump through, and there's at the moment. And so we got Urfan. Let's have a look. He's still doing some bracer shuffles at the moment, so a lot of stuff to do there. 10% price dump on items for every rude whisper. 30% price dump for every whisper that makes you an ass. That's fair enough. A miracle used making any gold. What other things? That's fair enough. Right. Okay. So we've got, what have we got on us? 331,000. We've probably got a loaded tide spray still waiting to process. So let's go have a look. Yes, we do. But we do have some sales, some uncanny sales, male arm guards, treads, leggings, all for a reasonable amount actually. And we've actually sold a bow as well, bow of the Fire Flash, 3,800. Is there anything down at the bottom? More uncanny gear, gauntlets, treads, leggings, treads and waist guard. So 32,000 gold in sales for this week. So that's all uncanny gear this time. So really happy with that. So let's just do a quick restock of that. You sold a bow as well today, first one ever. Yeah, that I think is the second one I've sold. So let's look here. Let's do a cancel scan actually. It's probably worth it. Right, got a load of stuff here. Let's take all of these off. We'll do a restock as well. You have to sit at the auction house and repost auctions all day to make any gold with most professions, alchemy and enchanting. Is this normal or just your realm? It can be like that for a full or high pop, definitely. For a medium pop, I find that's unusual because I'm on a roughly medium pop server myself, and I can leave auctions for 48 hours and still get sales, depending on the profession, of course. There we go. We'll go with that. We'll post this lot on. Yeah, it sounds more like a full pop when you're having to monitor it all the time. Or it could be just the times that you're posting. Maybe try posting like really early in the morning. Or there could be an abnormal amount of goblins. That could be an option as well. Maybe try looking at some more higher moving markets so that even the cheap ones get bought up quickly and then yours get a chance to be bought. So we'll take all of that and we'll restock this lot. So we'll go through here, groups, restock selected groups. Oh, there's a load of stuff here. Drums of Fury, Coarse Leather, Uncanny Gear, even Drums of the Mountain there. Gathering wise, what do we need? Some stuff from the auction house and the guild bank, so we'll take those. Let's go over that way. Take all that lot off. We can minimize that and the expirations, and some of this from the guild bank. I'll take that crag scale. Still need to buy some unbroken claws, tooth and crag scales. Oops, missed them. I could always be considering other markets. Worst case, switch server. Yeah, that's worst case. Hopefully, there's a niche you can find, certainly. Or lots of people going for the long boy before the new expansion, looking to get the million. Yeah, so there's definitely an increased interest in the auction house at the moment, especially with characters, players coming back. So let's go over here. Let's look at the pricing of these. Unbroken claws and teeth. These are pretty cheap. I don't need many of them anyway. Crag scale's quite expensive though, at 25 gold. What's my normal price for crag scale? 90 silver. Okay, so that's changed a lot since the region market's at 13 gold. Min buyouts at 25, so that's probably more like an average for my server. Market value there is telling me 32, which is obviously too high, really. Looking at the region, I'll go with 25 for now. I don't mind buying them at that then. So let's have a look. Unbroken claw, we need 20. So let's just buy. Well, there's lots of these. Let's take those at 29. Unbroken tooth, we only need 27. So there's plenty of those. So we'll just let's take 100 for now. And then let's just do what we need. 27. I think we can afford that. Rather like that. And then crag scale will take the 32 at that price. How many are there at that price? Let's have a look. It goes up to 25 gold, 499, and then really high after that. So let's just take what I need for now. 32. Let's buy that. And what do we need on Bridget? Let me just have a look over there. Gathering. That's from the alts maybe. So let's just go and skip that. Get this from the mail instead. Take our purchases. And that should be enough. No, you still want some stuff from Bridget. How much more do you need? Let me have a look. Let's clear that. Go back. We need another 11 unbroken teeth. Okay, so let's just go here. Let's buy these. Shopping. Unbroken tooth. We need. Let's just get ourselves a few more. 50. Might as well in the end. And then that will sort TSM out. And we won't need to switch for that. There we go. And then we can get rid of that and that. And then I can catch up on chat in a moment. So let's go here. And then we need to make crafting. All this lot. Let's start with the Drums of Fury whilst I catch up on chat. That's going to take me a while. Okay, that didn't work. Let's try that again. Okay, I might have to do the coarse leather arm guards first, then try that. Now it's going. Okay, there we go. Right, what did I miss on? Enchanting and alchemy are markets you need to babysit. Yeah, they are fairly fast moving ones, or accept less sales, which is pretty much what I do as well. I was wondering, Blizzard needs to do a sale. Yeah, if they do a sale, then the token price will probably spike again. If it was normal to have to babysit, yeah, it can be, especially at busy times. If you can make the 5 million before your boyfriend and your 6-year anniversary, should you give the brood sword to him there instead of his birthday 2 months later? Whichever you think is going to be the most bang for buck, or what's going to be appreciated the most. If you got it, then I see no reason why to keeping it from him. Can confirm you need to babysit alchemy and gems too, but profits aren't that great on gems. No, I haven't seen many people talk about gems being good profit. You'll be your boyfriend. Thank God you have your Bruce already. 10 times easier to repost. It certainly is. Finding out would have to mean you have to cancel the gift. Avoiding getting it together yourself. We're really rewarding to buy it if you manage. Yes, it is. When you set your sights for it, certainly going for something like the Brood Sword mount is such a lovely achievement, because it takes months to get it for most people, and that takes quite some dedication. So it's really nice when you do get it. I certainly will fondly remember the time I did. So we'll do all of this lot. We've got loads of stuff here to make. Telling me a profit margin here of 66,000 if we manage to sell all of this. Obviously we don't know what uncanny gear we're going to get, so prices may be different depending on what we actually manage to make. They need to do something with gems. Used to love prospecting in Legion. BFA killed it. They did. In terms of there didn't seem to be an abundance of items with sockets. If there were more of them, I think that would be great. Especially in Shadowlands, because I would like to get dual crafting up and running, ready for Shadowlands, certainly. Did it not, Rasheen? Are you still managing to make some sales? You made tons and tons of gold with prospecting in BFA. At the beginning, you just got to know when to prospect. Well, that is certainly a market I'm looking forward to learning more about in the near future, certainly. And I shall listen to your advice, as always. Every upgrade of the bind on pickup ring, actually that's quite good, the ring, isn't it? For not in terms of selling, but actually prospecting and selling the gems. Yeah, I guess if you're a dual crafter but you don't want to actually bother with it, then that would make sense. First month of BFA was great for prospecting. Hope we get more sockets and gear. Yeah, I think long term that would be definitely the way forward. Let's make all of this lot as well whilst we're here. Like printing gold during the first month. Yeah, I missed out on a lot of the early stuff, like inscription and the decks. But I'm still glad. The aim for me is to get every profession ready for when Shadowlands releases. In times like these now, rings also make nice gold. Yeah, I can imagine they do. Wanting to gear up your characters. Looks like we're stuck slightly, so let's just take that off, bring it back up, see if that goes again. Yep, there we go. Let that go through. Due to the high turnover. Need to have enough progression raiders to have that to be strong. Did I not do that? Let's try that again. It's getting a little bit stuck at the moment. Let's try this slowly. I think I'm doing it too quickly for TSM. Might as well try these drums of the mountain. Not usually a big seller for me. That's why I only have 10 I'm making. Feel so late to the party to get the Brutal. I have under 500,000 but trying super hard. And it's technically there is a too late, but it's never too late to give it a go, certainly. Because even with things like professions that I'm only just getting into some of them myself now, there will always be new things that you can do, and it's never too late to at least get started. And then it's a question of really adapting as best you can after that. So uncanny selling, we've got some extra mail here, we'll add those in, and then we'll go through and we'll post all of this lot on. You're at 95k at the moment. I'm not getting up. Yeah, I think it's still possible, definitely. 119 on the second last month. Oh, fantastic, Dressing Rose. That's really good going. Okay, so my auctions, auctioning, run a post scan. Let's get all of this stuff on. Seems to be making some good sales so far. So take that lot. Then we'll move on over, and then we'll probably move on to Earthen after that. No, we're on Earthen. El Morte after this. Okay, so that's all done. And let's go over to our next character. So leatherworking's done, alchemy's done, inscription's done for now. We could restock on Samadan, but we'll leave that for the moment. Nadamas is done, that's an easy one. But I'd like to level up El Morte, I think. We're currently at level 90. I may need to upgrade my heirlooms. Last we looked at that, it was looking a little bit like we're going to have to upgrade past level 90. You'll be fine. Follow Goldmaker streams and YouTubers, and don't be afraid to ask questions. One thing to keep in mind is every information is... Oh, I missed one there. Every information is always free, and if anyone asks you to pay for information, remember you can get the same or better information free by another Goldmaker. Yes, definitely. There's no need to pay for things when we are all definitely here to help. You've been between 10 to 30 for weeks and jumped to 100k last week. Invested most of it in mats, now starting to profit from that, so speeding up a bit. Excellent. Oh, that's very kind of you to say so, Kaida. Is there a way to use two profiles at once with TSM? You want to set up a sends list of items to use on all your toons, but also have separate profiles for professions. You can. You can't use two at once though. The easiest way though is to literally, you can quite easily jump between profiles simply by clicking on them. It's not the same as having two on. But that's probably the best I can think of at the moment. That's the easiest way to just quickly swap between them, and then do the things you want to do, then swap back to the other one. Would be the way I would do that. We believe in you, Den. I think you can do it. Right, so what do we need to do in terms of levelling up? We are currently... We have a load of Korok's Revenge here we need to get rid of. None of that's any good now. We'll abandon those. Those are all of a long gone time. That's done. Peepo SK, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. We're just going through. We've done all our gold making bits and pieces. We're having a look at, see if we can get this Winds of Wisdom buff working well on us at the moment. We're going to clear our quest log. That's the first thing. Get rid of all of that. What else have we got left here? Fishing, Flying Targa Garami, and Assault on the Dark Portal. I don't think I need those. I'm going to get rid of those for now. And then you're currently solving just there was a way to combine the two. I don't think so. Not easily anyway. Let's get rid of that one as well. Okay, cleared all the quests. There we go. You could use a macro. That could work. You should level your rogue too, so you can open the 14 lockbox yellow to death for BFA. Yeah, definitely. A rogue's very good for that. Yeah, scribes can make it, and keys blacksmiths can make. Yeah, but the rogue, I think, is always kind of like makes it so much easier because you don't use a consumable for it. Wishes are for Catholics. Just dropping by quick, since you're watching the Cup 3 final, the hidden Cup 3 final at Age of Empires 2. Well, thanks for stopping by. I hope you have a nice time watching that. Sounds fun. I used to love Age of Empires back in the day when it first came out. Okay, so what can we do here? We are currently, as a Blood Death Knight, we're doing okay. We have heirlooms, those are fine. Those are just regular rings. These, now I could do with some proper heirlooms. Like these are only upgraded to 1 of 4. So I probably need to go and do a full plate set. Let's go just check my auctions here whilst we're here, actually. So hype for Baldur's Gate 3 as well. Yeah, the cinematic for that was absolutely amazing. Wow, we got some sales here. Living Steel, 30 of those, 18,000. Sun's Radiance, and then Primordial Ruby. So that gives us 19,000 gold. On top of our 42,000 gold, gives us 61,000 gold. Okay, that's not bad. Now, I was thinking of using Samadan to buy the heirloom upgrades, but I might buy them here. I'm not sure. Galini, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. You spent 5 hours and a load of beer with your guide on TSM. It's been great, learning a lot, finally setting out for the first time. Oh, fantastic. You have a problem no one seems to be able to help you with. Well, by all means, ask away, and if I can't help, I'm sure someone else in chat will. Posting trade chat, ask for a lot of box, and it's usually 5 gold per box. Yeah, that's quite expensive, definitely. Orange, you can handle that. Definitely, Darkwing, that looks fantastic. Right, I probably could do with clearing my bags as well a little bit. I've got a load of stuff in here. Some stuff that isn't really, I don't think any of this is really selling at the moment anyway. Maybe I need to just go and pop that stuff in the reagent bank. Let's think about how we're going to do this. We need the heirlooms first, because I need some actual plate heirlooms, because the ones I've got here don't take me up to level. I've got the burnished breastplate of might, leg plates of might, those take me to 90. The same with the, so that's upgrade level 1 for those. What else do we have there? The weapon, we have that, the true silver champion. We do use a two-handed weapon, don't we? Yeah, we use the two-handed. Okay, so we need to take this beyond 90. So let's go over to, I think, Samadan and do the heirloom upgrades there. Okay, so let's go over there. Oh, let's cancel that. I'll head over this way. Found out you can only make a profit on alchemy when you get the prosperity. Yeah, that's pretty normal, Galini. It's the only the profit margins for a lot of professions this late on in the expansion are very they're squeezed as much as possible, so you really have to be efficient with them. So getting the prosperity buff is the only way I can make certainly a profit with my own alchemy as well. You're not alone there. Your rogue is 110. Only take 1.5 hours to level her to 120 with time walking. That's really quick. I'm looking forward to doing this in a moment. So let's head on over to Samadan. We'll buy some heirloom upgrades. So let's go from here, we'll go that way. What is the prosperity buff? It comes from the tools of the trade. And so with alchemy, you get a sphere of transmute. No. What's the actual final thing called? It's a Silas sphere of transmutation, isn't it? And then that has a random chance of turning into 1 of 4 things. 3 of them are useless. 1 of them is the Silas Potion of Prosperity. And that is the thing that gives you an increased proc rate on your potion making. I've got a whole YouTube playlist all about it on YouTube. And no Silas. Silas Sphere's scam and testing your will of living. Yeah, that's about right. But yeah, if you do look on YouTube, I've got a playlist on getting started in alchemy. That's on my YouTube channel, and that will take you through the whole process from leveling alchemy from the very beginning all the way through to actually working out the Silas buff, what you need to get it, and how to price your mats after that. Unfortunately, Potions Mastery doesn't work on the procs. Right, let's go this way. We're going to head over to... Where do we need to go? Ironforge, don't we? Right, okay, let's go through here. You try the price strings from the wrap-up for the BFA vendor items, but TSM keeps telling me the price string is invalid and sees settings. You can't find anything wrong with them. 120% vendor buy for min, 1000 for max, and 200 for normal. Now, what would be different there from your TSM? I can only assume that TSM hasn't recorded a vendor buy for it, perhaps. Maybe you need to visit the vendor first, scan the prices of the vendor, let TSM scan the prices. So open the vendor window with the TSM vendoring window, let TSM have a look at the prices, and then maybe it will work then. Try that. And Brett Bebb, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. No problem. I know. Especially whenever WoW has an update, TSM always forgets the vendor prices, so you have to go and redo them. Right, Ironforge. I assume we have a Ironforge here somewhere. Consortium, Shatrath, Exodar, Caverns of Time, Jade Forest, Crystal Song Forest. No. TSM3 didn't. This is true. It didn't. What have I got on this side? Storm Shield, Ashran, Asuna. Now, am I forgetting the easiest way to get to Ironforge? In the Baralas point. Oh, of course, yes, there is. Right, okay, let's go this way. Thank you for that. I forget there's an Ironforge there. I always use the Stormwind ones, and I forget there's an Ironforge one there. So we're going to do... Where is it? It's over this side, isn't it? Ironforge. So we're going to do some levelling on El Morte here. We'll try some time walking. So if anyone does want to join in when I've got myself set up, they're welcome to. I'll be a little while yet. I just need to get everything set up. So let's head on over to the Hall of Explorers. Through here. And then into here. Park ourselves here. Right, okay, so we need some armor upgrades here. Oops, let's go standard. Right, so what have we got? We have currently... We've got one of them that takes it up to, allowing it to be used up to power level 90, so we've got that. So we want the level 100 one. We might as well take it all the way to 110 and 120. So heirloom weapon we need. So this is going to cost us 10,000, 11,000, 12,000 gold just for some of this. So it's going to be expensive. It feels tough this time around, so be careful. Okay, well, I'll be fine if a lot of you here are here to help me. No parentheses, simply 120 vendor buy. Still new to the add-on, but that should work, definitely. Shouldn't have anything more complex than that. Up to 1.6 million now, doing well. You use your DB region market as a min and post with that, but after you post, you do a cancel scan. 2 minutes later, it says 80% of your auctions cancel to repost at a higher price. So if you don't want it to do the cancelling at repost at a higher price, there is an option in the the auctioning group is to be able to turn that off. If you go into your operation for your auctioning, we showed this a minute ago, and you can turn off cancel to repost at a higher price if you don't want to do that one, and that will help with your auctions if they keep on posting higher and you don't want it to do that. So let's buy one of those, and then go full on for 120 for that one. Now we're going to need armor casing as well for a lot of different things here. How many do we need? I bet you need quite a few of them. Collections, so let's just look at I want Death Knight at the moment, so we want the ones that are 90 at the moment. So we've got the legs, the chest, there should be a cloak I've already got, the helm we want, Helm of Might, so that's 3, and pauldrons of the shoulders, that's 4 different things we need. I don't seem to have... Where's the cloak? Why haven't I done those? Gargoyle cape rather. Sandstorm cloak. So you could do that one. So that's 5 different pieces of armor we need to do. Okay, that's a lot. That's a lot we need to buy. Okay, so let's have a look at that. That's going to be expensive. Heirloom casing. 2, 3, 4, 5. Those, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Click OK. The weather, that takes me to 110, and then up to 120. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Buy all of that. That was a lot of gold spent at once. But then we've got plate wearers all covered for all the future, definitely. You lose track of time with all this staying at home. Yeah, definitely. You just got Animal Crossing. So far, only your son has played. Oh, fantastic. My son would fancy playing Animal Crossing, I bet. Vendor buy, not vendor buy. Does that make a difference, the actual capital V? I didn't think TSM was case sensitive. Unless I'm wrong. Oh, there we go. Netherweave bag sold for 25 gold. Fantastic. That'll help pay for my heirlooms. Right, okay. Have I decided which classes I'm going to level? Well, I would like to get... Well, I'd like to get some of the allied races, ideally. I'd love to try out a paladin. I've never really played a paladin. But we've got El Morte here that's going to be level 90 already, so we need to get him to level 120, and then I'm going to take up blacksmithing on him. Level some monks. I do have a monks. Streamers are the best. Oh, thank you, Darkwing. I need to do an Oreo one. I keep on remembering at the wrong time to sort that one out. If you resub to WoW, unlocking the allied races will be my priority too. Yeah, there's some really good ones out there, both Horde and Alliance, that I'd love to try out. And then getting the Heritage armor would be really, really nice. I'd love to do that. I'm kind of waiting, I guess, for the bulk of it. I can do through Shadowlands because of the whole... I'd love to go through each of the expansions in the new way the leveling's going to work. So that's definitely on the cards for me. Right, so let me have a look at this in my bags. Let's move this down. So I need to move this off to the side so I can see all of these. Like that. And then go to my collections. So we're looking at Death Knight. We want to look at... so what have you got? Where's the weapon? Let's have a look at that first. True Silver Champion, two-handed sword. So we want Heirloom Scabbard. That one, I think, to there. And then that one to there. And then that one to there. I've got the Swift Hand of Justice already at 120, so that's fine. So then let's have a look at, so the Helm of Might would be the first one. The Helm, the Pauldrons, the Cape, the Breastplate, and the Leggings. Okay. Oh right, okay. TSM isn't case sensitive, yes. Might step on the phone. Oh right. No spaces between the number and the percentage, just in case. Yeah, that should be part of it as well. If not, what I'll do is I'll post out a paste bin of the of how I've got it set up, because it should work. Or we could jump over. What we'll do is I'll jump over to Nadamas and we'll have a quick look, see if I've actually done it correctly, and then we can copy and paste it from there. I'll just do all of these heirlooms whilst we're here. So we're going full plate. We can use for all our characters now. This is very expensive, but it's worth it if you plan on making a lot of alts. We're not stopped making jokes about it until you found it. Oh, that's a good way of finding it, I guess. Time to get the chef's hat. And oh yes, good point actually, Blingtron. If you haven't got the chef's hat, that's a good time to get your Epicurean's awards. The spice bag contains 1 to 2 Epicurean's awards. Yeah. You only max the leather one. That's fair enough. I would like to try all the different classes. I'm really tempted to try them all out. So, okay, we've got loads of those done. So that should be us done for the moment. Let's log out here, and we'll quickly jump onto Nadamas, see if we can help you with the vendor buy stuff. Unless I've written it wrong in the Wowhead blog, which would be embarrassing. Let's have a look. What to do when TSM won't accept a whitelist character name? Keep saying invalid player, but they are logged in next to me and you copied their name. That's very strange. I don't know, maybe there's some special character hidden in there that it hasn't copied or something. That does sound strange. So vendor, sell, group operation. So we're using the vendoring operation here. Vendor buy items here, and no, we're not. We're using the auctioning operation. Sorry, vendor sell, posting. So 120% vendor buy. It's literally 120% vendor buy, like that, and then 1000% vendor buy, like that, and then 200% vendor buy, like that. So hopefully those should work for you. So the only space is between that and the vendor buy. Really love my guides and decided to import most of my groups, but have one issue with cooking restocking. When you hit restock, it only shows like 6 or 7 of a specific type of food, and that's all. How can you fix this? How does restocking really work? Does it take into account auctions posted already? Yes, it will take into account what you've already got on the auction house. So when you have a crafting operation, I don't have one here. Let me just jump back to Samadan and show you my one there. We're jumping all over the place, but this is fine. This is what we're here for. And so basically, with the crafting operations, there will be a number for restock this amount, and that's the one you want to change. So if we go in here, go into here, into my cooking, let's say we go into Captain's Feast, group operations, crafting is 25 of each, so we go in here, and then the maximum restock quantity here is 25, and it will also include what's in the auction house. Usually, as a matter of course, what I do before I restock anything is I'll go over to my auction house. Let's just head on out for a minute. I'll go to my auction house. Before I do a restock, I basically let TSM have a look at my auction house in its current state. So I literally just open it up, have my auctions there, and then I close it again, and then I'll go and do my restocks. So for instance, I'll go onto my, say, cooking groups, turn those off, restock selected groups, and then it'll have everything that I need to restock there. That's the main thing. Hope you're well with me. Oh, I missed that. Hold on. All Might Gaming. Glad to have you here. Thanks for stopping by. As you cannot stream without getting into trouble on disability money and Switzerland streaming equals working. Oh, right. That's a shame. Pagors, thank you very much for stopping by. We're doing very well. You've made your first million now. Oh, fantastic. That's a lovely milestone to get. Definitely. Heirlooms plus 5% XP gem. Battle standard of coordination. 15% on last boss dungeon completion. Draft of 10 lands. 10%. And Winds of Wisdom 100%. Yeah, so the draft of 10 lands, I don't think I have much that I'm able to buy with that. I can't remember the currency I need for it. Let's go back to... Where do we need to go? Let's go from here to Dalaran, back to Borealis, and we'll go to the 7th Legion person, because I don't think I have enough of those drafts of... A Warfront gives enough tokens for 3. Okay, let's go have a look, because I haven't done things like Warfronts at all in a long while, which is why I don't think I have many of them. Let's go over and just check that I've got that one. What's the cloak you were talking about, though? The battle standard of coordination. That's not something I've got before. NJ Oka, Joker, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. Guess I'll import my alchemy groups as well. Yeah, you're more than welcome to. Put them into a new profile, and you're welcome to pick them apart as much as you like. Right, we want to go... Oh, it's Caverns of Time, wrong direction. Want to go this way. Borealis, there we go. It's a flag you buy at the guild vendor. Ah, right, okay. So can I use that as a solo thing? Or do I have to do it with a friend or something like that? Or as part of the guild? Does everyone have to be in the guild? It goes away if you die. So use it right before the last boss dies. Solo is fine. Okay. I may not bother with all of these things because I'm likely to forget it. But let me just check. I'll do the ones I can remember. So let's go over here. I just want to check what I can afford of those draft of 10 lands. Now, it's not you, I don't believe, is it? I think you're over here. There's a service meadow, this one, draft of 10 lands. Okay, well I do have some actually. I've got 36 Legion service medals. Okay, so I can buy some of these. It lasts for an hour and gives me an extra 10%. So how many could I buy? I could buy 7. Let's do that. And then we'll send those to... let me just move this over. Send... That's the Hexby bag. I don't want to do that. Hold on. Let's cancel that. Wrong thing. Send. Draft of 10 lands. Where is it? Recent items. That should have been there. Oh, we've got the keystone, haven't we? Temple of Seth Thralis, level 2. We can do that another time. Where are these drafts? Consumables. Marl hardened hoof plates. There it is. That's what I was looking for. Take that off. Send this to El Morte. Send mail. There we go. Right. Okay. So that's done. We're getting closer. Okay. So let's swap our. Actually, no. Whilst I'm here, let me just check those bags because I want to see if those hexweave bags have wrong thing. Let's see if those hexweave bags have been reset. Let's just go over here. Shopping. Recent searches, hexweave bag. And so, yeah, we've got some others here that are a similar price. So let's jump in here now, and we've got 6 on at the moment. So we should actually no, let's just do it straight from here. Hexweave bag from there. Post on. Maximum we've got 15. Let's do another. Let's do 10. Something like that. And let's post those on. There we go, that should make that a little bit harder. Okay, what did I miss on... everyone in the guild also gets the bonus. Hi, I'm new to gold making, reading my stuff for quite a while. Can I get a tip on what to do for starters if you want a token for the first milestone? So that's a great milestone to have to start off with. So I would look for maybe some gathering, if you enjoy farming that is, or gathering materials. Maybe some of the recent herbs like Zinanthid or the Osmanite, or if you've got flying, this is definitely worth it, definitely. But the biggest advice I can give is make sure it's something that you enjoy doing, because there's so many different ways to make gold. It has to be something that's fun for you. If you plan on doing multiple dungeons with the flask, use one just before the last boss. Dungeon completion gives 80% of the overall XP from dungeons, so it will last longer if you do that. Okay. Was there a 1 gold undercut on there? Was there, Silent Mouse? I didn't actually spot it. But yeah, it is a bit strange, wasn't it? Everyone still does an undercut from time to time. You should add a subgroup for horrific visions food as well. Those are good as well. Yes, actually, that's a good point. I haven't set up the horrific visions food. I would need to expand my cooking for that, certainly. Right, so let's have a look. Let's go over to El Morte and see what we can do at the moment. So let's log out. Oh, let's just go over the steps. There we go, and now we can log out. There we go. Those are the item IDs. Those. Okay, thank you for those. Yeah, it was. You had many 1 silver undercuts to deal with. Annoying as hell. Yeah, it does happen. Yeah, certainly. Thank you. I was able to get the BFA mats operation to work. Checked auction house, checked NPC vendor, and it worked. Excellent. Glad you got it working. Sometimes it can take a little while to work out what it is that TSM is trying to tell you. Yeah, it sells decently, does it, Doc? Okay, that's good to know. Right, so let's have a look at El Morte here. Has his current heirlooms been upgraded? Let's see how that works. Crazy with the awesome numbers again, as always. Alright, let's have a look here. So, on my character, we have... Yeah, that's upgraded to 4 of 4 now. We have hands and stuff is not particularly good. Chest is fine. The cloak is fine now. And the pauldrons and the helmet. Okay, so those are all done. And the silver champion's good. Ring-wise, I don't think I've got the ring with the XP buff on me at the moment. But let's just leave that for the moment. I think that should be alright. Cogsley Gaming, thank you very much for the follow. Do you do old content farm? Can you suggest any raised dungeons that are worth spamming? Also, what realm am I playing on? I'm on Shadowsong EU. Any raised dungeons that are worth spamming? I like very specific ones. So I like, for my professions, I like doing things like a Shadow Silk farm when I need it, for the Shadowweed mask, but I haven't sold a Shadowweed mask in a long time. And sometimes Ember Silk is nice for the Hygel expedition bags. So I do very specific dungeon farms for those materials if they are low in supply on my server, and I need to get a stock of those. So I look for stuff that I need myself and then go and farm extra if I can, and then go and sell that on the auction house. But that's how I do it, certainly. Right, so we're in a good position so far. That's enchanted Rune of Razorite. I don't remember putting that on. But let's leave that as it is for the moment. How are the cards? Open so far 175,000, total value of 870,000, average per card of 4.93. So it's stable since last week. Pretty good. That's pretty amazing. What do you guys do with excess ultramarine pigment? It's taking over your bank slots. You can make... what's the low-level trinket you can make and disenchant that into veiled crystals? I believe that's that's the best way, I think. Rasheen knows exactly what you need to do, though. I'm only going based off of guesswork at this point. But that's... and there's... I think, is it the new contracts, the Rajani ones? Don't they use them? That's another thing you can do it for. Use. Right, so we are here. How do we need to get back to Stormwind. So we're going to have to go through here and do that. Secrets can only be revealed in Samadan's YouTube videos. I'll have to do that and sort that out for you then, Rasheen. Anyone know of a good way to get Chaos Crystals? Chaos Crystals, if you can get the Elite Strike Centenex Order Hall mission, you'll get a whole load of nether shards from there, and then you go and trade those in for the gear in the vendor on the Broken Shore, and disenchant those into Chaos Crystals is probably one of the best ways. Or do invasions, and you'll get some stuff you can disenchant to Chaos Crystals that way, and get some nether shards as well, I believe. Right, over to Stormwind. We need to set ourselves up a new central area. Running Legion LFR seems to be the best way, from the point of no experience. Oh, okay. I haven't tried that one. Right, okay, I haven't used all this Azeroth autopilot stuff. I'm thinking of just turning it off for the moment. How can I turn it off? I'm just going to move it off to the side for the moment. Just tuck it away. And close that one down. Okay, so actually I'm just going to turn it off fully at the moment. Add-ons. I want to look into this fully, but I'm not at a point where I want to do that at the moment. So I'll just turn this off for the moment and reload UI. There we go. Zygor's better, to be fair, it's not free. Exactly. I used Zygor for quite a while, especially in Classic, and I really liked it. But the price was just a bit too much for me on a monthly basis. It was more than the cost of a subscription. And as I get my subscription through gold making, it didn't seem right, really. Okay, so let's have a look. Are you my time walking person? Let's have a look. Bronze aspect. Has asked for help from the Champions of the Alliance. If you're on the shortlist, I can share a few other details. Master to request assistance on multiple aspects of time. Waits you at the end time, distant future. Travel there at the end time. That doesn't seem like what I want for time walking. Unless it is. I mean, it's right here. Let me open up the adventure journal and let's just have a look. No, I didn't think it was. Would it be just in the group finder? Time walking is in Old Dalaran. Ah, okay. Is there a dungeon finder we can do? Does it work that way? Random time walking dungeon. We could do it that way and just join in that way. The quest for it is in Borealis. No, I'm not in Borealis, unfortunately. What exactly are the paste bins? The paste bins are basically ways of importing TSM groups and strings and stuff from someone like myself. You can import them yourself and use them. I have a whole load of them on my site. on my paste bin. Paste bin. Just use the old data importer where I am. Okay. The quest you can pick up from your dungeon journal. Oh, okay. So let's have a look. Dungeon journal. Suggested content. Bonus event time walking. Reward of that. Is that what we want? And the adventure guide. And we just click join group. I guess that would be the one. Yep, let's do that. Okay, and then we get maybe something here. Eklund, thank you very much for the follow. Oh, there's no quest if you're not max on a tomb below 120. Okay, there we go. So we get the time warp badge and a decent amount of experience. Is there anyone that would like to join me for a time walking dungeon? If you are EU and Alliance, I'm going to try... Oh, I better change to a DPS spec, I think. Because I don't think me being a tank's a good idea for the safety of the groups involved. So let me just swap over to Frost, I guess. There we go. You Horde only... yeah, sorry, I am on this character, Horde. I will have some other Horde characters. Unfortunately, you're on an 8. Oh, no problem. Well, thank you all. And you can tank, can you? Okay, brilliant. Let me have a look. And you can buy heirlooms with those time warp badges. Oh, that could be interesting, actually. Okay, Marvin, that's awesome. So let's have a look. Let's set up a custom group. Well, I've got unspent talent points. Hold on. I need to deal with this. I have no idea. Let's just click everything and hope for the best. That's probably not how to play a character, but I'm just gonna wing it at the moment. Okay. Oh, you're raiding at the moment, Machine, no problem. You can join healer. Oh, fantastic. Okay, so let me start. 1,000 badges, 1 heirloom. That's a lot, isn't it? Let's make a custom group, pre-made group, custom. Start a group, and we'll call it Samadan Time Walking. I'll take it on a first come first served basis. They can mind control some of the mobs in Wrath of the Lich King dungeons. There's some OP ones, not sure which ones. Oh, that could be interesting. I think it's beyond my abilities as a as a fresh sort of one here, but we'll give it a go. Okay, fantastic. We've got healer and a tank already. That's fantastic. So we just need DPS coming in. PvP talent slots available. Okay, let's just sort something out here. Specialization and talents. Random. That's how you play. There we go. And one more. There we go. Oh, I need to change this to raid. No, not that one. Interface. There we go. Oh, fantastic. Full group. Thank you all. Go Unholy. Is Unholy better? Unholy or Frost? I'm not sure what have I got though. I've got a two-handed weapon. Is Unholy two-handed? That could be a problem. Let's just move my chat window down so I can see everyone here. There we are. That should look a little bit cleaner. Okay, so as a group we should... Have I delisted the group? Delist the group. There we go. I can't quite see that. Unholy is two-handed as well. I'll go with whichever is easier. Frost might be easier. If Frost is easier, that should be... I'll go with whichever is easier. I've got a few spells here. I'm going to use Hekili to tell me what to cast. So let's just go spellbook and abilities. I'm looking for that icon down there. Icebound Fortitude, Blood Freezes, Deathgate. I'm just going to shove all this stuff on, and then we'll sort it out as we go, like pro player. There we go. And then other stuff I'm missing here: Path of Frost, Remorseless Winter, that was something I saw. That's something we're going to need. Mind Freeze, Raise Ally, and Rune Forging. Okay, everything's there. And on Hekili, we will make sure cooldowns, essences, interrupts, defensives are all on. That's good. Okay, so that's done. Okay, so if we're all ready, I'll go and set us up for a dungeon. Bonus time walking event. Join group. Join as party. Role unavailable for some dungeons. Oh, there we go. I need to click what I am. Okay, join as party. There we go. Once we're ready, and we're in. Fantastic. If you take advantage of crowd control, you can make things a bit easier overall, as some of the dungeon mobs hit pretty hard. Okay. Don't think that's going to work. We'll give it a go. Okay, so I need to make sure I take the quests here, isn't it? This is the important part. Take that. Accept that. Close that off. Vengeance be mine. Accept that one. Okay. Oh, and I don't need to remember about the draft of 10 lands as well. Did I actually pick that up? I don't think I picked it up from the mail. Oh well, we'll do that without. Oh, those quests give you nothing. Oh, okay. It's just at the end, is it? Right then. Oh, this looks cool. Right, I'm going to follow. Hold on, I'm stuck. We go down this way, I think. I shall just follow. I'll say which is easier. Frost has less DPS. Okay, right. Okay, 1, 2, 7. What are we missing? 7. Why can't we do 7? What's that one? That one's there. I need to move that down here. Two. I don't think these are coming through. Requires one-handed melee weapon. Okay, this is going to be... okay, this is the problem. Oops, okay, I've got the wrong spec on. That's why I can't do it. That's why. I thought there was a problem here. I should have gone unholy. You were right, okay. Right. Let's sort that out, and then we'll come back. I haven't got the right weapons. Specialized intelligence, specialization, unholy, activate. Yeah, dual axes maces. I should have spotted that one. I've only got the one-handed. There we go. Let's try this. See what happens. Right. This is all good learning. Like everything in my stream, we're learning the hard way. Except I can't jump over that. We're stuck. There we go. No worries, Spirit Wolf. There we go. We are just going to follow slowly. See what we can do. Wish there was a special category. I usually sit at the auction house, but gladly like to time walk with you in the dungeon finder. Yeah, something like that. Right, okay, let's try this. 7 is first. So let's do that. And then that's number 2. So that's coming over here. And then we're missing a spell here. What's that? That is something we need to sort out. So spellbook and abilities. Death's Advance. Where was that one? That looks like something. Spellbooks. I'm looking for a little icon of 3 faces. There it is, Army of Dead. Let's go with that. Number 3. We're basically making this up as we go along, which is fantastic. Did I sort talents? I probably didn't actually. Or maybe I had them already. Let's have a quick look. Talents. Let's just click everything. Looks good. PvP talents. Fantastic. There we go. Right, we got some talents. Press number 3. Now I've got that little icon. What's that? That's a weird one. Okay, what's that? Special note, spellbook, abilities. Yeah, this is not how to play a character. I'll forewarn you now. This is doing it on the fly in a terrible way. Where's that picture of that face? Or was it an ability on one of my bits of equipment or something? I don't know what that is. Yeah, just some random talents. That kind of works. It was one on the page I closed, top right. Oh, okay, thank you. I'm so glad I got you all here. Thank you all. Oh, there it is. Dark Transformation. Let's pop that one on. And... oh. Why can't I close that down? There we go. Okay, so 4. And then 0 is that one. Why can't I do that one? You must dismiss your current pet first. Okay. Why do I want to dismiss this pet though? Do we need to pick these up whilst we're here? Might as well. Do that one.
My liege, I have done
Get that.
and now
I'll try and join everyone. I've missed everything. So I'll go down here, I guess. I don't think I've got... have I got any movement buffs? Because I'm really slow. 2. Right, I need to dismiss my pet. Defensive, passive. I'm probably doing terrible DPS here. Oh, well, that's something I've got. There we go. 4 I've got. 2 I've got. There we go. There's some stuff. This looks brilliant. I don't remember doing this dungeon ever.
I will be happy to slaughter them in your name.
Blaster Cow, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well.
I will show you the might of the Lich King.
I don't even know what dungeon this is. Does that work? No, I'm not sure that's working. Dismiss your current pet first. Ooh, that's not helping. There we go. Somewhere allegedly a blue drake drops on a heroic. Haven't seen one yet though. Oh right, okay, that could be cool. So good luck on the mount. That would be terrible if I got that now after being totally terrible at this. I wouldn't be. There we go. Some time warp badges. That's a good start. Oh, there's these things here. I don't know if I need them. Jade statue. Let's carry on. I'm always running behind here, so let's have a look. I need to put this on a key somewhere. Number 5. Let's put that on number 5. And that 0 needs to come over here as well. There we go. That's better. By the end of this, I'll be able to do something with my Death Knight, I reckon. Four, 6. I'm not sure what it's saying about dismissing my current pet first. Why I need to do that all the time. Is do I have a number of different pets? Are they random? It's a shame. I don't think I'm playing this as well as I could do. Now what's that one? That guy screaming. Let me just have a look. Spellbook. This one, Apocalypse. Asking me to do that. I'll have a look at that in a moment. There we go, go through that. Remove button 4, it transforms something to a pet. Ah, right, okay. Thank you. 2. But Hakili is recommending me to do that, which is what's stopping me here. That's the trick there. I gave up on Another Drop for You. It's from Sladkey and The Ruthless, you think. Ah, right, okay. I might stick with it. These look like they're about to animate. If I was a betting person. Here they go. Oh, there's a thing down here. Let's go collect this up. I know it wasn't needed, but let's do it anyway. Oh, maybe I have done this before. I've got to it rings a bell now. You don't play Blood, so not much help. You love Frost DK. Yeah, Unholy I'm not sure of at all. Blood was great for tanking. That was short. That was good, definitely. Oh, I need to do that. That is that Rose thing. Spellbook abilities, Death and Decay. Let's add that in. There we are. Organ, 2, 9, Death and Decay. Have I changed to Blood for some reason? Because I remember that Death and Decay being as part of it. Oh, now we're doing something. We're pressing buttons. That's a good start. Let's move that across a little bit. Okay. He loves a slacky. Never even tried Unholy yet. Rathalin's in the pinnacle of Death Knight's power. So an OP class. Yeah, especially if you're just like me and you're just randomly mashing buttons according to what Achilles telling me to press. But it seems to be working for the moment. Although I'm not sure whether it's me or it's everyone else that's doing much better. But we'll give it a go anyway. There we go. Yeah, the tanking on a Frost is on a Blood Death Knight I really enjoy. Okay, now I seem to be getting lots of pets. This sounds like fun. Look at all these things. Now it seems to be working much better. I'm getting a rotation going at the moment, which is something at least. The buttons are all over the place, but it kind of works. There we go. Okay, that's a bit better. Yeah, I never did dungeons when I played Wrath of the Lich King because I was very, very, very casual. And I was way, way behind everyone in terms of levelling up. So it took a long, long time to level. Congratulations, 115. Method Sam, here we go. Yes, something like that, right one too. I'm probably the worst at the moment at it, but you never know. Maybe we can improve in time. Oh, no, I nearly died there. Oh, Ah, I should have stayed out of that. I was too busy looking down at my buttons. Whoops. Okay. Mechanics. Too busy looking down. Having issues since a few days. Don't mind. TSM is lagging when you're in the crafting window. Suddenly you have an explanation. You've changed nothing before it happened. That's a strange one. I'm not sure. I don't know with that one. Could you try maybe turning off some of your add-ons? Is it okay on the druid in the end? Yeah, it was okay in the end, wasn't it, with the druid? I'm not sure if a res is available here. Use this map. Death and Decay, cast Cursor. Oh yes, that's a good one. That would be useful. Oh, this is Skadi the Ruthless here. Okay, I might be stuck here. I think I'm a liability, which is why I'm probably best just staying here. Good luck, everyone. I'm not sure whether it's worth me. I can't actually release. I'll have to wait until this is done. Is it a specific craft that lags? Yeah. Thanks for helping debug that one. I'm not sure. These don't use together. They bug TSM. It's boss fight. I need to wait. Oh, okay. Thank you. I wasn't sure. Oh, looks like Oreo left in the end. How is he doing? Oh, there he is. He's dead. Fantastic. Well done. Fantastic. It's lagging while crafting. Ah, thank you very much for the res. Time warp badges. Didn't get the extra bit, but the mount. But I'm happy for the res, so thank you. Let's just click on these. Oh, there was another one down here. I'll come back and join you in a minute. Just going to do these. So I'm here. There we go. Right. There we go. It's lagging while crafting with a bigger spike lag at the end of the craft. Yeah, I don't know what the actual... Oh, this looks nice. Oh, where are we going? We're heading down here. Missing that one out. It's a good job I followed you on that one, otherwise it would have been worse. And around here. Okay, right. 2, 5. Oh, I haven't got that one. That brain symbol one. What's that? Where's that brain symbol thing? Mind freeze. There we go. Let's see if you can get that one in. There we go. There we go. Some of these mobs will fear. Okay. You asked in support, but nobody can help you. Oh, okay. Well, hopefully we can get to the bottom of it. If TSM support can't help, though, hopefully that one... usually they can do some... Death and Decay. Go do that. Tab again. Right, now we got that, got that. Okay. That was good going. I'll just run along behind. Potatoes, potato. That's fair enough. Yeah, so apologies if I'm not following the chat completely at the moment. I'm having to semi-concentrate, even though I'm doing this really, really badly. Having to concentrate. Ah, here we go. This is being the feared. Let's go back. Oh, has Sapu already given some advice? Okay. Does it do that? Does it do that too when you turn off the TSM app? As in, like, under the standard crafting? Okay. Wait on... okay, we'll carry on with this. Now, mechanics-wise, I could be terrible at this. Well, getting feared is bad. Now we're in range. There we go. I'm kind of getting the grips of this. If you had the flag, I would use it now. Oh, okay, thank you, Drizzling Rose. Is this the last boss? I haven't even picked up the draft of 10 lands. They're still in my mail. So I've got no idea on mechanics here. Wish TSM scan more often. Brands of things being profitable. The thing there is down to Blizzard more than anything else, and their API. I need to watch out for things now. Actually, not just watching buttons. Let's make sure that I'm not standing in bad things. That's the bad thing. Okay, boss will stun 4 times. Should be standard Tango Spang. There's some AoE damage. Right, okay. Okay, seems to be going through them quite quickly. Watch the word tomorrow. Okay, Jason Rose, thank you ever so much for stopping by and for your company. Lovely to have you here. Have a great rest of your week. Stunned again. Oh dear, we have someone dead. Oh, can I battle res you? Hey, there we go. We did it. Good God, Pinnacle. For the first time ever in many, many years. Okay. Unstable prison. Accept that. Extra XP. Wow, that was pretty good. We got a whole level out of that, didn't we? That's fantastic. Level and a little bit. Very nice. That's fantastic. Oh, I've got a couple of goblets here I could probably do. Shiny bauble, golden goblet. Oh, we didn't get everything here anyway. So we probably don't need to bother with these. I'll ignore that one. Shiny baubles, I've got no idea where they were. So that's not too bad. Okay, that's fantastic. Do I have time to do one more? We possibly do. I'm up for another one if everyone else is. Oops, can't type. Hold on. Turn-in quest. Where's the turn-in? I haven't done everything I needed for the turn-in. You don't have time, but thank you though. Oh, no problem. Yeah, for those that don't have time, that's fair enough. There's one more for the quest. You would stay. Okay. What do you need for the quest? Can we find it for you? What is it you need? Is it goblets? Subject told me he didn't have any idea about your issue. Oh, it's a shame you didn't have any resolution on that, Faded Cone. I'm sorry I can't help you much myself either. The weekly quest. Oh, right, okay. Just another run on time walking. Oh, right, okay, I'm with you now. Okay, so let's... Can we teleport out of dungeon? Does that bring us all together as one? Yeah. Okay. You just did. Okay, let's teleport out. Do we have a replacement for everyone that didn't need... oh, it rebuilds item database. Okay. You can heal. Okay. One would have enabled. Okay, so we've got room for one more. If anyone would like to come in, DPS, we will stay in the pub. Is there anyone else that would like to join in? Let me just relist the group. Dungeon Finder in progress. Group Finder. Oh, while we're in the instant group still. Oh, okay. So we just join as a party then. Okay, let's just try that. We'll jump in. We might as well do that. As we've got the core people anyway. We might as well quickly do this because I won't have much time myself either. So we'll try and get this done in one. Should be quite quick. There we go. We'll see what we do. Rebuild session. You'll lose vendor prices probably. I didn't realise there was a rebuild the database debug thing. That's good to know. Let's see if that works. Vendor mine got that. Okay, what's this one? Windwalker Monk, join us to tank while endlessly at our healer. Lovely. Oh, right. Okay, so let's have a look. So let's try... We ignore these quests really, do we? Let's ignore those. Jump down and join in as best I can. Okay, 2, 4, 5, 6. Okay. I think I'm doing a little bit better. Slowly. I've got no idea how good I am doing. Do we need to kill all of the snakes? There we are. There we go. You hang out in support too much. There is no such thing as too much, Darkwing. You are a bastion of knowledge on the Discord. Your presence is most welcome. Oh, thank you, Blingchong. It's not something I'm... Oh, I've done this. I did this with my son. We just soloed this. And you got to do all the different things and drop the keys down into here and do the thing that gets the thing done. That's about right. Yeah, because you get these things, don't you? And it drops those down. That's it. Yes, I remember now. I've done this one. Still think I prefer Blood Spec for questing. Yes, I definitely... the times I have played Death Knight, I definitely prefer Blood. Because I did a lot of the Korak's Revenge. And they were much better as a Blood Death Knight. Okay, that seems a bit better. I've got no idea what I'm doing in terms of damage meters and things like that, but that doesn't matter, I don't think, in this case, because we're really just running through the dungeon as quickly as possible. The worst thing really is mechanics, if they're going to be a problem. Mailman, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. We're currently running through dungeons because we're doing time walking. We're making the most of the leveling bonus, or the XP bonus and the XP boost. We've got one, or already a level and a half in here, so that's really nice. Oh, I can actually mine that. That's interesting. There we go. That's pretty good going. When do you restock scan sits basing estimated cost 100% pricing value when you buy mats? Do you agree it's only necessary is TSM and TSM app help? But yes, that's right. Those are the only two things you need. I'm ending up button mashing a little bit here. Let me see if I can fix that a little bit more. Inolagi, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. Okay, I'm doing a little bit better, but I still feel like I'm certainly less optimal than I could be. All these targets jumping around everywhere. There we go. That took a little while to do. Pauldrons of Colossus. And then we head around here and do this one. Should delete other TSM add-ons, definitely. Yeah, because they start interfering at that point. Do we head over this way? Alright, we are. Let's join in. I can't remember where I was on the map here. Do that one. Oh, got some frostweave cloth. That's always nice to have. Starting to realise you'd rather farm mats for a few days and craft rather than buying mats. Yeah, that's absolutely fair enough. I can understand the thinking behind it, because you kind of think, okay, well, I'm going out and I'm getting all my materials, and it feels nice. It doesn't matter if it's efficient or not, but it definitely feels nice to do that. I do that certainly myself when it comes to when things are certainly overpriced on my server, and I think I'm not going to pay that price for it. I'd rather go out and get it myself.
What chance you thinking you got? Get ready for something much bigger.
There's that brain freeze.
Follow you up.
That must be. Is that brain freeze and interrupt? Mine would be called interrupting spellcasting. Yeah, I need to get that on an interrupt thing. I don't have a special interrupt keybind. I really ought to think about that for all my characters, that this is the button I press for interrupts. That's more advanced play, obviously. I'm not there yet. Doing well. You done this? Let's head in here. Oh, watch out for the frenzies. Oh, I've got to get out. There we are. Yeah. Great interrupts. It's got nice range. Oh, okay. Thank you, Ben. Yeah, I really ought to have. If I had more buttons on my mouse or one of those fancy keyboard things, which we talked about before. R is a great interrupt for keybind. Oh, that's a good one actually. Yeah, I can see it just there. I would use that. That's a good idea. Although at the moment I'm spending too much time dancing my fingers across all of the number keys across the top of the keyboard. It's really, really inefficient. You have E as your interrupt on all characters. Yeah, I tend to use E for the things that I spam, like AoE stuff. It tends to work quite well for me there, so I'll do that for like Holy Nova on Samadan. That works quite well. Seem to be constantly silenced at the moment. There we go. Sapu is a Q for AoEs, your self heals. Yeah, Q I use for my any speed boosts. So if I want to run fast in a dungeon or mount, that's usually an option for me. I have to be up close and personal for this spell. Oh, let's move out of the way. Oh, yeah, I didn't move out of the way quickly enough. Whoops. You have an MMO mouse. Yeah, I think that's the next thing for me, definitely. I was too busy watching everything there. I missed out. Let this boss be killed. Use QWE to move and your mouse, and then it frees up QWE to move. Oh, that's interesting. It's interesting to see everyone else's different takes on this, on what they use for keyboard shortcuts. So this is the last boss I managed to die on, unfortunately. Use an add-on to manage your binds across characters to upgrade the macro for interrupts, spell steals and new tunes. That sounds good. Fantastic. We did that one as well. I'll decline that one for the moment. I'll take the res though, thank you very much. That's brilliant. Oh, thank you for those 2 runs. We did really well there. We got some extra stuff, which is fantastic. I probably don't have time for another one, but we did that one. That's absolutely brilliant. Thank you all. That's brilliant. So I think I'll exit out of this one, but that was a really good start to our leveling journey. I'll teleport out of the dungeon. There we go. But it's an old add-on, but bind pad still works. Oh, okay. F is for mount, of course. Yeah, I really haven't got any consistency on my stuff yet. That's my main problem. But other than that, I mean, we did really well there. Okay, thank you all. I'll leave out the party. Leave it as a group. Oh, that was the instance group. I'll leave the party as well. Thank you all. That was absolutely brilliant. Thank you. So we are currently at level 92. So that was 2 levels very, very quickly. Egnal85, thank you very much for the follow. And we weren't even optimal because I didn't have draft of the 10 lands on. I didn't have the 5% XP buff. I didn't have the thingy battle standard. So other than that, we did really well. So this is something I'll probably continue with. Try and get myself up. I'll probably do some questing as well because I do like that. And I'll try Azeroth Autopilot as well because we could probably start looking at getting my... It's never a bad thing to get your garrison sorted as well. Thingy battle standard. Yeah, something like that. A thing that gives you the stuff that does the thing. Now, thinking about this actually, garrisons, as to what I could do here. So, where would I go from here? To get to my garrison, there's probably a quest to do this, to start the garrison quests. As we're in Stormwind, I would have thought it would be in here somewhere. Adventure Guide would probably help me, I imagine. Let's have a look. So if I was looking to do this the first time, trial of style, random battleground, you call for leading a small strike team to Gorgrun to launch counterattack against the Iron Horde stronghold there. Is that it? Don't you have to do the horrible intro quest still? I think so. Titans. I think basically you can avoid it by going through some cave or something like that. If you go to the intro scenario by going to Ashran, near the keep, you use the Tinus Isle cave. Yeah, I did remember doing that once before. I can't remember it exactly. Bonus event time walking, rated battleground skirmishes. Launch a counterattack against the Iron Horde. Is this the start of Warlords of Draenor? Skip the whole intro. Go to Ashran, fly to the dock, and the quest dude is by the ship to start the garrison. Okay, thank you, Annette. And Big DP, thank you for the follow. So Ashran. If I were to want to go to Ashran, is there a portal or some sort that we can use? Let me have a look. Yeah, it's an underwater cave on the Tinus Isle from Badaria. Let's have a look. What have we got here? Dionysus, Kirantor, Magus, taking me to where? Oh, I can't actually click on these ones, of course. What's about this side? Caverns of Time I can do. Crystal Song Forest, that's old. That's Jade Forest. That's Shatrath. And that's the Exodar. Okay. So... Serene. Sadly, I am not your father. Don't think Ashram Portal works until you are level 100. It could be that. It could be that. Oh, Corallan, thank you very much. 6 months. That's amazing. Thank you very much for your support. Super duper appreciated. Thank you very much indeed. I hope you're doing well. We're currently just working out the best way we could get to start our garrison at the moment. So ask a mage to port you there. That would work. That's another one. See something special, walk to a window, look outside. The stars are even more clear than usual in most places, with travel bans and staying at home advice. Yeah, it's usually quite good here as well, Darkwing. And go to Jade Forest, try the time missile and use the cave. Yeah, I think so. Had fun in the time walking? It was great, Mushy. It was really good. We did 2 of them. We got ourselves up to level 92, which is really good. So yeah, let's do Jade Forest, Timeless Isle, work out where this cave is, and then go from that one. No sound of aeroplanes either. Yeah, that's another another useful part. So we are here. We want to get over here. So we'll probably be better off just flying. We do have flying. I don't have it on this character, so let's just swap over. Not this character, this specialisation. Let's swap over back to my favourite one, which is Blood. We'll do that one. Slick Rock Gaming, thank you very much using your Prime. Really appreciate it. Welcome on board. I hope you're having a lovely time. Let's put... Oh god, I can't click the buttons. I'm doing terrible at doing emotes. There we go. Less car exhaust and dust in the air, that's another one. All the way to the east where the frogs are. Okay, let's have a look. Q will get me flying. Let's head on over. There was nothing in the portal room, unfortunately. So we're going to have to do this. We're going to try the cave method. I've done this once before. There's something... I got a vague memory of this. We did something in a cave. The thingamajig. Yeah, the portal wasn't active. Q for flying. Weird. It is. This is very weird. I don't use a lot of the keys down like Z, X and C and V. Or F. Those are also very strange ones. I find Q quite good for when I'm doing farming or something like that. Or the boards in Stormwind. Yeah, that would be another option, wouldn't it? I mean, I don't mind doing something like the intro quest. It's been a long time since I've done it. Going from the Timeless Isle to Draenor is pretty easy. All you need to do is go to the pirate ship, swim down to the cave, sit on the chair and warm your hands with the blue fire. You'll be transported to Draenor. You can return the same way. Okay, thank you, Solaris. So what we need to do here, let's have a look. Hopefully we can get here okay. So you say all the way to the east. I think it is, isn't it? Let's have a look. Everyone knows F is for flying, Q is for AoE. It's just too long. It was fun the first time, but that's enough. Okay. Near the frogs. Okay, right. You can see the ship on the map. So this ship here. I take it. Q is definitely for AoE. I'm doing it all wrong. Who knew? Yeah, I've got E as my blood boil on this character. That's interesting. You got macro key 18 for it on your Logitech G510. I really could do with getting myself some extra MMO thingies. I'm just going to ignore all of the characters attacking me. Got no idea what character. They're all level 90, so that shouldn't be too bad. That's probably the wrong way round. I want to go around this way. Up the top. Follow the ruins. Oh, missed. Too busy looking at the chat. Hold on, let's go around again. Let's do that again. Path of frost through the water. Ooh, actually, yes. Okay, let's try that. How does this work? There we go. How long does this last for? 10 minutes. Ah, fantastic. Thank you for that hint. Sido, that's brilliant. Right, so let's go around this way. I kind of missed time, so I never thought I was going to say that. It's been a long time since I've done a lot here. Right, so where to now? There's a cave. Under the water, turn around. that cave down there. It's in here, isn't it? There we go. This is, we are looking for the shortcut to get us to the garrisons, so we can start the getting ourselves set up with the garrisons and being able to skip the intro quest is the main reason here. Then we've got the glinting sand. Take a seat and off we go. Okay, Aura Warrior, thank you ever so much for stopping by, and here we are. So we are now we should be able to fly, because I've unlocked it, which makes things a lot easier. So then I guess, where would we open this up? I guess get us to Ashran, and that starts the whole thing anyway, doesn't it? I would guess. There we go. The Hendrik, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. I'm going to be finishing up here myself soon, actually, thinking about it. Shadow Moon Valley is where it starts. Down, I don't know where it actually starts. I don't know whether we need to go to Ashran first, or then we need to do. Okay, Valen's at the beach. Okay, thank you. I'll go straight to Shadow Moon then. Let's take a flight all the way down. That's probably going to end up with fatigue if we go that way. Let's go around this way. I might have to finish this up later though, because it's going to take me all the rest of the stream just to get there, I think. I can level up with treasures here as well. That's another thing I can do, isn't it? If I had handy notes and treasures, I could level up quite quickly with that. Because there's a lot of stuff that goes on in Wars of Draenor. And now that I got flying, I remember the last time I did this, I didn't have flying. It took me forever. I really enjoyed using Azeroth Autopilot for your ults. Yeah, I'm looking forward to giving it a go. I'm going to probably give it a start from this area and see how it gets on. Treasures and bonus objectives, yeah. You what, mate? So all the way over here, Tannan Jungle. Yeah, we could do a lot of stuff here. But we need to unlock the garrison first, because the garrison gives us a lot of options. If we want to do something. Fell Raven. Don't want that attacking me. Level 100 elite. I remember back doing the bonus objectives and some quests at 90 to 95%, then popping some 15-minute pot for XP, if you remember correctly. Yes, I remember Kuhn doing that. He'd collect up a whole load of quests ready for hand-in, and then pop one of the XP pots that you used to be able to get, and then literally jump up a whole load of levels. I've never done it myself, but I have seen it. Right, okay, so that's looking distinctly Horde-like. So I'm guessing I need to go over this way. I can't remember where the start was. There we go, finding a foothold. It is over there. We do need to do this one. You are here over this. I now remember. Finding a foothold. Eventide Bay. I don't think it's available anymore now. No. Right, there we go. Eventide landing. And finding a foothold will be down here. Now, why aren't my quests being shown? There we go. There we go. Treasure collecting is used to level and drain, alright. Yeah, I think that's definitely one of the options, certainly. But I think I'm out of time here, so I'm going to finish it here. Great as always, have a safe and healthy week. You too, Lizelle. I'm going to finish up here myself. We're going to do some stuff like this off stream throughout the week, hopefully, and get myself a few more levels up, hopefully. Currently at hand for a while. So let's have a look, see if we can find anyone we can throw a raid on over to. Who is actually... There's no one on at the moment. None of my normal ones are... No one's playing actual... Bla's doing Borderlands. So I might just actually finish it there. Sirorium. Is that Sephorium? I didn't know Sephorium's streamed. Sephorium is. Let me have a look. I didn't realise he actually streamed. Hold on. Let me add. Let's have a quick search. Yes. Okay. Well, definitely we'll do Sephorium then. He's new to streaming. Okay. Fantastic. Well, he's getting a follow straight away. Let me just let the ad run, and we'll do a raid to Sephorium. Sephorium has been a long-time supporter of my stream, so let's send some love over his way. We'll do a raid. / raid Sephorium. Make sure I spell that correctly. SEFRIM. Right, okay. Been here before multiple times, yes, definitely. Even way back when I first started streaming, he was frequenting my streams. So we'll come back and we'll do a raid. I want to wish you all a fantastic week. If I can, I will do some more streams throughout the week. I'll let you know when I do go live again. I'll try and certainly do one again on Thursday, and maybe do one before then as well. We'll see. I'll chat it through with my family and see how things go. So hopefully very soon we will see you. Until next time, take care, stay safe, stay with your families, and be sensible out there. Okay, let's send a raid over to Sephora. Fantastic. Okay, right.